I can't hear nothing. You there?
Can you hear me? Yes, I am here.
Whoa, man. Hang on. I got a short or something, Kenny.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Weather's not here. It's all right.
You there?
I'm here.
Man, something going on with my deal. Can you hear it very good, Jason? No? Hold on. You there now? Man. Weird. Hold
Are
on,
you going to
Kenny.
call me back on the...
Hang on. Check, check, check. Hold on. So you can hear me okay? No, I don't know. It's something with my little box isn't working right. It's like I got a short and I can barely hear. Let me try to, I'm going to fiddle with it, okay? Huh? Did I call? Ha ha! Let me call the studio line. Bye. Yeah.
The car. Hello, Toby. Yes, I can hear you.
Jeez. Can't hear
Yeah,
nothing.
I can hear you. You can't hear me? How loud? I can only be so loud.
I can barely hear you.
Hang
on.
See.
Kenny?
Yes.
Okay, I can just barely hear you. I'm trying to make this thing. I'm going to fiddle a little bit, okay?
Okay, do your
Whoop,
deal.
hold on, that was it.
7 after.
Keep talking to me, Kenny.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I hope your microphone gets to working and you can hear me.
Good gravy.
Because I'm as potted up as loud as I can be.
Check.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's a little better.
Car.
All right, Kenny, I'm going to have you turn yourself way up because I can barely hear me.
Okay, that's as loud as I physically can go.
Okay, it's my box. It's not working.
No, I understand. I'll talk really, really loud. Does that help?
Yeah, that's a lot better. All right,
I'm screaming, but there's nobody else in the building, so no one will make fun of me.
They're about to do the prayer. I'll hush for just a second and fiddle. Check. Check. Okay. Oh. You're out. Go quick, man. There you go. Kenny,
Yes.
we'll be ready to roll after national anthem here.
Okay, so about 12 after.
Check. Okay. This is going to be interesting, Kenny, because I can't hear anything at all. I can't even hear myself.
Okay, well, you sound really well on this end.
Okay. We're probably about ready to go. I might do one timeout and then play ball. So you just tell me, and I'll pitch it to every timeout.
Okay, yeah, just tell me, and then I'll make sure I talk really loud when we come back.
Okay. So I'm ready to roll when you are.
Okay, let me find out what song they're in.
Okay. Check, check, check. Okay. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Man, this.
Okay, I'm gonna start the music.
Okay.
About 10 seconds, Toby, and have a good broadcast.
Thanks, Kenny. It's Memorial Day football time in Abilene, Texas, all the way here in the big country. It's the Abilene Bombers taking on your Amarillo Venom. Toby Tucker here with the call at the Taylor County Expo Center tonight, and it's going to be a ball game. That's two teams that really don't like each other very much. They are going to really have a battle tonight. There's a long history there between the two. They came down here, played a one-point ball game earlier in the spring, and then another ball game in Abilene or in Amarillo, and now on the road here for the third time to meet these two teams this year, as the Amarillo Venom come into tonight's game 5-2. It's really loud here at the Taylor County Expo Center. Can barely hear ourselves, and we're getting ready to play some football. We've had the opening coin toss. The Amarillo Venom with the captains look like David Irizarry, Anthony Clark, and Nate Davis, and the Venom did win the toss and defer to the second half, so they'll be kicking off, going right to left on your radio dial, back deep for the Abilene Bombers. As we're going to be right into action is number 12, Rob Spells, and number 2, a guy that, if you followed arena football for a while, he can flat out fly. His name's Juan Reese, and the guy can go, and he is dangerous every time he has a chance to touch the ball. Take a picture of socks. So Jason Cunningham out of Amarillo Tascosa High School and Montana State University has the ball teed up for the Amarillo Venom, and we're ready for a little Monday night football here in Abilene, Texas. Having a little Monday night Memorial Day action as Cunningham takes 2 steps and drills it. Ball's going to hit about on the 20 and then bounces out of the hands, and it's still on the ground. Finally picked up and then absolutely blown up and then breaks the tackle. It's number 12, Rob Spells. And first contact was made by Alex Watson, and then Dante Bright comes in and cleans house. And looks like Abilene's going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 7-yard line, so give credit where credit's due. Nice job by the Amarillo kicking team with Jason Cunningham lead the way. We got some guys back from injured reserve, I guess you would say, and the one guy that you really notice out there instantly is number 24, Tim O'Neill, out of Oklahoma Panhandle State University. He's missed the last 4 games, and he's there in his linebacker position, as it looks like number 10, new quarterback Andre Coles, is going to be the quarterback for Abilene as Reese is in motion. Coles dropping, looking, and he throws across, and it bounces at the 20-yard line, incomplete. Will be 2nd down. Now, we talked about Coles being new. He's a big guy, 6'5", 245, out of Kutztown University, and you need to Google that, because I don't know where Kutztown University is. As Abilene's now faced with 2nd down, just underway here at the Taylor County Coliseum tonight. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. The motion man. Looks like it's going to be Byron Ingram, as Ingram's in motion, and it's Coles again. Quick pass, and then blown up. Kevin Brown comes up and lays the smack right on Juan Reese. So nice job that time by the Venom defense, as they've instantly put Abilene in the 3rd and long. And it looks like that time it was Rob Spells who was the motion man. And the Venom now, if the defense can get an early stop here, would go a long ways. 3rd and 10. Motion man's going to be Spells on the left-hand side. Cole's the quarterback, dropping, looking, has pressure, finds open man, and they're going to have a first down. They got a number 12, Rob Spells, right there, and he's going to get about 11 yards, and that's good for a first down. Give credit where credit's due. A nice job that time by Coles as he found the man in the zone that time. Juan Reese going to be your motion man, twin receivers on the right-hand side. Once again, Reese is in motion, and we have penalty flags. And Kevin Brown jumped that and was about to have an interception, and it looks like we're going to have a false start. That's a legal shield flag on the play as a false start for Abilene. 13:05 in the first quarter here in Abilene, Texas tonight. Lone Star Football League action on the line as the Venom are taking on the Abilene Bombers. Can y'all turn up the audio on y'all's end? I'm loud as I can go here. It's saying it's not live on B2. So here we go. First and now 15 for Abilene. Twin receivers, Reese again in motion, dropping, looking is Coles. Throws across the middle to a wide open Reese, who's still on his feet, and then he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line by David Irizarry, and it's a first down for Abilene. So now Abilene in the no-huddle offense, really trying to put the pressure on the Venom after that early, quick 3rd down and low. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. Coles looking, once again has all day to throw, and he just flat out missed a wide-open Desmond Sanders that time. As Sanders had come free, he was the motion man, and ball goes incomplete. And it's going to be what it looks like a 2nd down. Ball's right on the 15-yard line of the Venom as it's Memorial Day action once again here in Abilene, Texas tonight. And we talked about it earlier. The Venom and the Bombers, these guys like to get after each other a little bit, and it's going to be a great ball game tonight. Spells will be your motion man. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. It's Spells in motion. Coles has all day to throw. And he finds an open receiver, and he's going to be down inside the Coors Light red zone. That's Desmond Sanders. And the Venom are going to have to get pressure on Coles, or he's going to sit back there and pick us apart. So it's a first down inside the Coors Light red zone. First down, and we're going to call it goal to go on the 4-yard line. Jermaine Blakely comes into the game for the Abilene Bombers, the big, long-time, old-timer in the Lone Star Football League. He's going to be in that fullback position. Look for a quick pitch to him right here as Coles is under center. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. The motion man is going to be Sanders, and it's a handoff to him, and he goes into the end zone untouched. Desmond Sanders has Abilene on the board early, 6-0, and that's arena football. You've got to come up with stops. The Venom had them in a 3rd and long early in the drive, and Abilene was able to get that first down. So they strike first here in Abilene tonight as Martinez, who's had some problems with the foot, is going to be doing the kicking duties for Abilene tonight. There we go. So Martinez now has his foot ready for the kick, and the ball is going to be kicked, and it is good. 7-0. The early Abilene lead here at the Taylor County Coliseum as 10:38 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Abilene. Venom, they're going to get the ball next. Don't go anywhere. You listen to Venom Football on the car.
The staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel.
You're clear.
Okay, Kenny, we're better now.
Across from the Westgate
Okay, excellent.
Gives
I have no idea what's going on.
Opportunity to save money and visit local attractions within their own city, as opposed to the high cost of vacation traveling. With the staycation package, visitors will receive a gift.
I'll be better now that I can hear myself.
Amarillo. Dinner at the Country Barn Steakhouse.
That's always a nice luxury.
To see the Amarillo Venom professional indoor football team. The Courtyard Marriott is conveniently located near several of Amarillo's popular restaurants.
About 10 seconds.
Minutes away from Amarillo's IMAX movie theater, the Westgate Mall, and the Amarillo Civic Center, home of the Amarillo Venom.
5,
Money and
4,
with the staycation
3,
brought to you
2,
by the Courtyard
1,
Hotel.
0.
7-zip, the Abilene Bombers lead the Amarillo Venom. And I can actually get back to talking a little bit now. We were having some audio difficulties. I don't know what the heck was going on. It was wild and woolly, but now we've got it fixed. And so maybe we can actually have a good broadcast up here. I'm joined by my good buddy Jason Adams. An old Clyde Bulldog made his way over here to Abilene tonight. Jason, he's made every Amarillo game to Abilene the last 2 years, and every time the Venom have come out with a victory, Jason's like a good luck silver quarter. I'm rubbing on him right now because he's good luck as Martinez is set to kick it off, going left to right on the radio dial, and the ever dangerous Ron. It looks like back deep, and they're not going to kick it to you, and they do. He's going to get a chance. Raymond Johnson Jr. has the ball on the goal line. Out past the 5, now past the 10. On his feet, he's gone. Out past midfield, 20, 15, 10, 5. Say goodnight. Touchdown, Venom, and just like that, the Venom had tied it up. And I just got through saying the always dangerous Raymond Johnson Jr., and right now he's screaming, "Don't kick it to me." I would fire a coach if he ever kicked it to that guy right there, because he has a chance to score every single time. They tried to kick it short to Irizarry. David reached up, took his hands away at the last second, and Raymond Johnson, we're going to call him Flash Jr., has a touchdown for the Amarillo Venom. 7-6. Cunningham set to try to tie it up here in Abilene, and if he can get us tied up, what a quick strike it would be for the Amarillo Venom. Ball, snap, back, holds good, and Cunningham drills it. Just like that, 7-7. 10-10 remaining in the first quarter. Venom strike back. You're listening to Venom Football on the Car.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mr. Daddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy the all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy game room where you could win a new iPad. Remember, it's all-you-can-eat for unbeatable prices with our fantastic daily specials. Come any day of the week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day is a Gaddy's Day.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bought it to me, told it to me. Bought it to me, told it to me. Bought it to me, told it to me. He sent me a lot of money.
About 10 seconds.
Good deal. That's better.
You'll be saying it to me, told it to me. Bought it to me, told it to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
7-7, the Amarillo Venom. In a tie ball game here in Abilene tonight, and we had a whistle blow. Looks like a pad fell apart or something over on the Abilene sideline, and that's right in the area where the Venom are going to kick off. And now it looks like they're going to let Cunningham kick, and that's a way that you answer right back with Raymond Johnson Jr. with the kickoff return for a touchdown. He took it all the way from wall to wall, and that'll be about 57 yards, 58 yards here in Abilene as Cunningham takes the steps and drills it. Ball hits at midfield, then takes a big bounce. Going to be returned out past the 20, and he's still on his feet out past midfield. And then finally knocked out of bounds by Jason Cunningham. Rob Spells with the kickoff return. He lowered his shoulder and ran over the kicker. And then I tell you what I like is Cunningham gets up and runs and sort of puts his shoulder right into Spells there. Spells lined up and ran him smooth over, but then Cunningham gets up and sort of puts his shoulder back into him and says, "Hey, man, I'm an All-American. I'm all right. Let's go." But Abilene's going to have great field position after the nice kickoff return by Rob Spells. Ball's going to be spotted on what looks like about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Abilene. 7-7 ball game, just under the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. Twin receivers on the right-hand side, single receiver up top. As Coles is again the quarterback, and it's a handoff, quick handoff inside, and a quick tackle, and it's going to be Hicks with the tackle for the Venom. No gain that time. Handoff goes to number 21, who's not listed on the roster for Abilene. And we'll get his name here in a minute, but no 21 on the roster. As that's Archie Reed. Archie Reed, number 21, with the carry, and he's going to gain a yard. 2nd down. Actually going to lose one. We're going to call it 2nd down and 11. So Archie Reed goes nowhere. And now the Venom have 2nd down and 10 on defense here. Motion man is Spells. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Coles, once again, plenty of time. And now pressured by big Marcus Rowe, who's just added to the Amarillo Venom this year. And that's Big Rowe with his first sack of the season. And that guy, he goes 6'6", 365 pounds, and he looked like a 100-meter dash sprinter. And now, just like that, it's 3rd and 15. Marcus Rowe, just activated this week by the Amarillo Venom, and he has his first sack of the season. Big Rowe, a big part of that championship run last year, and we are glad to have him back as he gets pressure on the quarterback. As now it's time for that defense to shine. 3rd down. We're going to call it 3rd and 15. Ball's on the 16-yard line. It looks like Reed's the motion man. All day to throw, has a man. They get tangled up in the end zone. No flags come down. The Abilene crew wants it. It's not going to happen, and it's 4th down. That time it was intended for Juan Reese. So now decision time for the Abilene Bombers. And it looks like they're going to send out number 22, Felipe Martinez, to try to give them a 3-point lead rather than go for it on 4th down. So the ball's going to be spotted for the kick on about the 23-yard line. We'll call this a 30-yard field goal. Ball's just on the right hash. Martinez takes a couple steps back, and he's standing right on his own 24-yard line. Here he goes. Out of the hole to Cole. Snaps, backs, down. Martinez has the kick. It's up, and it looks like he drills it. Martinez makes it a 10-7 Abilene lead, but those are holds that we'll take all day. That's a stop in our book. 10-7. Abilene leads. Amarillo Venom, they're going to be on offense when we come back. Don't go anywhere. You listen to Venom Football in the car.
Travel Lodge. Find adventure deep in the heart of Texas at the Travel Lodge Amarillo West Hotel, conveniently located off Interstate 40 with easy access to downtown. Our pet-friendly Amarillo Hotel is just minutes away from Rick Husband Amarillo International Airport and puts the best of the Wild West at your doorstep. Get going each morning with a free hot breakfast. Use the free Wi-Fi internet access to plan your day. If you want to relax, go for a swim in the outdoor pool or stretch out in your spacious hotel room. Non-smoking rooms available. And our front desk staff is here to assist you 24 hours
About
a day.
10 seconds.
17 and stay free with an adult. And rates start as low as $39.99. Travel Lodge Amarillo West Hotel. Call today. 353-3541. Travel Lodge is the official host of your Amarillo Venom.
Right back to action here in Abilene, Texas at the Taylor County Expo Center in the Taylor County Coliseum here as Coach Reese is still talking to the officials here. And what he's arguing about is we had a guy get his jersey completely ripped off as he was trying to come in to block the field goal that time, which was Hicks for the Venom, new big defensive lineman out of A&M Kingsville. And Raymond Johnson Jr. now standing on about his 8-yard line, and we'll see what Martinez does this time. It's a 10-7 ball game. Abilene has the early lead here with 7:36 remaining in the first quarter. And we'll see if Martinez and Abilene, are they going to try to kick it deep once more? And they kick it. It squibs on the ground. It bounces, and Raymond's going to get another shot at his own 3-yard line. Can he do 2 in a row? He makes one man miss out past midfield and all the way down to the 19-yard line. I'm telling you, the guy will make you pay if you kick it to him. It bounced on about midfield and rolls over the top of David Irizarry, and it goes down into the hands of Raymond Johnson Jr. Returns it all the way out to the 20-yard line. They've got a media timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. 10-7. The Abilene Bombers lead the Amarillo Venom. You listen to Venom Football on the car.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and
You're clear.
Minute if we can.
Okay, perfect.
He paid me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If he stopped in, you'd be paying him too.
No, but you need to write it down and address it. They're going to address everything with you. Say, we need clarification.
The Silver Oak Apartment Complex is located at 1710 Southeast 34th in the new Tradewinds Estate Developments. The apartment complex features 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Featured amenities range from a sparkling pool, 24/7 fitness center, to high-speed internet, a playground, and a basketball court. Also, Silver Oak Apartments is part of the REAP program, where 20% of each month's rent can be applied toward the purchase of a new home. Silver Oak Apartments, an official sponsor of the Amarillo Venom indoor football team.
We've played almost one half of a quarter of football here in Abilene, and this is the first offensive snap for the Amarillo Venom as they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on the Abilene 20-yard line after the Raymond Johnson Jr. kickoff return. Twin receivers on the right-hand side, Nate Davis, the quarterback. The motion man on the left-hand side is Doug Williams. Davis has the snap, looking, throws, quick strike to Raymond Johnson Jr., and he's going to have a gain of about 8 yards all the way down to about, we'll call the 12-yard line. The Venom going right to left on your radio dial. Or if you're watching on the B2 network, America 1, you're going to see it's going right to left on your TV screen there as well. So the Venom now faced with second down and short. Alex Watson back active this week. He's been on injured reserve the last 3 games, and it's always good to have the guy out of Northern Arizona back, and he's the man in motion. Davis looks, finds another open receiver, and it's Raymond Johnson Jr. Makes a man miss, and he's in for a touchdown. Touchdown strike from Nate Davis to Raymond Johnson Jr. Found him in the zone on about the 6-yard line. He spun out of a tackle, and he's in for his second touchdown of the night. And that's flash at it again as the Venom have taken their first lead of the ball game. 12, we'll call it should be 13-10 here. They've only got 12 on the scoreboard, but it's 13-10 here. And Jason Cunningham waiting on the snap and the hold. Snap from Tim O'Neill, and the hold will be out of the hands of Nate Davis. Cunningham set to kick. Here comes the snap from O'Neill. It's back. Good hold, good kick, and he drills it. Kick's good, 14-10, the Amarillo Venom lead. And we're going to stay right here as we've made the trip here on Memorial Day. And if you are listening to this ball game, whether you're in your car or you're at home or listening on the internet or online, man, make sure you take time to thank the folks, the men and the women who just battled for our country, and let us be able to play this game. It's because of folks like that that we're able to come out and enjoy something like this tonight, be able to watch a little Monday night football, and really just be able to share fellowship together. So you thank our veterans and our active military men and women. They just, boy, the sacrifice that those families have made is just unbelievable. So it's 14-10. The Amarillo Venom have taken their first lead of the ball game here in Abilene, and expect this one to go back and forth. We talked about the trip to Abilene early in the year. It seemed like the Venom were in the twilight zone as they came down here, and they somehow at the very end of the ball game squeaked out a victory, scoring with about 4 seconds left in the ball game to win it. And it was one of those that just make you flat out pull your hair out. Came down to Amarillo about 3 weeks ago, Abilene did, and it was a little bit more of a comfortable ball game, but it got chippy towards the end. And, I mean, these teams, they'll make no mistake. This is great for the media because they don't like each other much. Make you nervous as a cat, as an owner, having to watch this, making sure nobody does anything stupid. But as long as it's good and clean, good fan entertainment, let's let them get after it a little bit. Cunningham kicking right to left, puts his foot into it. It's going to bounce at midfield and then bounces into the hands of number 12, Spells, and he's going to be tackled on about the 20-yard line, and Kevin Brown's the guy who's going to get the tackle right there. So 1st and 10, Abilene on their own 20-yard line. They'll be going left to right on the radio dial. 6:11 remaining in the first quarter, 14-10. The Venom have the lead. So Raymond Johnson Jr. has 2 touchdowns on the night for the Venom. One on a kickoff return for a touchdown, the other on a 13-yard touchdown pass from Nate Davis on what was the Venom's first possession of the ball game. And now I look down there, and you've got some guys that are back in at defensive line trying to add a little bit of pressure. You got Anthony Clark, you've got Big Kale down there, Hicks, and those guys trying to get some pressure in. And they do. They run a screen pass that time. Davis is getting held, and I mean held all the way back, and it's going to be a first down to big number 99. It was a little screen pass to Kevin Myers. He's 6'6", 350. He's a lot of man, and he's going to get inside Amarillo territory. They sort of it was a screen pass all the way. The tight end let Anthony Clark come through free, and he just turned around and got the little old hot pattern that you run in junior high school. And he's going to have a first down into Venom territory. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. The motion man is going to be Juan Reese. Coles again, the quarterback. He drops. He looks. Anthony Clark is getting held to death, and they're going to have a first down inside the Coors Light red zone. And I'm looking down at Danny Snyder, who is throwing an absolute fit as he's begging. He's the defensive coordinator for the Venom. He's begging for a holding call, and he's not going to get one here tonight. And Abilene has it 1st and goal inside the Coors Light red zone all the way to the Venom 6-yard line. Once again, unable to get pressure on the quarterback, and big tall guy is Coles. Once again, he goes 6'5", 245, and was said, Google it, Kutztown University. Never heard of it. Twin receivers now trips on the left-hand side. Reese goes all the way from right to left. Coles, pressure. Ball's thrown, bounces out of the hands of number 9, and it looks like a personal foul is going to be called on somebody. And I was looking to check a number. Number 9 is the guy who dropped the ball, and that's Desmond Sanders, hit right in his hands. And now we're going to have a personal foul on someone. And Kevin Brown's down in the middle of the action. And once again, we said it's going to get chippy down here tonight. And we'll see what the call is here from the officials. Personal foul is going to be called on Abilene, and what a terrible penalty to lose your composure like that there. And now it backs your team up from what is first and goal. Now it's going to be second down, and the ball goes back 10 yards all the way to the 16-yard line. And we talk in arena ball, sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. They all do that stuff. As we are under the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Now, second down after the personal foul. Second down and goal, but the ball's on the 16-yard line. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. And Coles is looking, throwing, finds a wide open man, and he's going to go all the way down to the 6-yard line where he's going to be met by a group of Venom, and that's Juan Reese with another reception. Does a nice job. Covered by that time by David Irizarry. Gets a hand on him and then holds on until Nate Davis and Tim O'Neill can come on in and clean up. And now it's going to be third and goal for Abilene. Last defensive possession, Abilene opted instead of going for it on fourth down to kick a field goal as they trail 14-10 now, but the ball's on the 6-yard line. We'll see if the Venom can hold here, if it'll change the mind of Coach Joe there in Abilene. Third down, shotgun formation, something you don't see a lot in the arena ball game. Reese, manned up on the right-hand side with David Irizarry. Look for the action over there. Quick pass inside, and it was a nice play that time, and they throw it right under the outstretched arms to Kevin Myers. That's the fullback once again coming through, a little hot pattern. Nate Davis took a shot at it, just barely missed it, and Abilene's retaking the lead. I don't have one of ours. This is the Abilene one. I don't have a Venom one. Okay. They should over there somewhere. So Martinez set to kick the extra point, and a penalty flag's been thrown and then picked up and put back in his pocket. And we're going to see what the call is here, as it looks like a sideline warning against possibly Amarillo, as Martinez tries to make it a 17-14 lead. And these field goals are huge. The kicker like Jason Cunningham, if we can keep it in threes, you can consider that always in the ball game. Martinez with the snap, the kick, it's up, and it looks like it is good. 17-14. Back and forth we go. Abilene leads. 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Lots of football. It's going to be a good one here. You're listening to it on the car.
Martin Tipton Pharmacy wants to help you get your clearance back.
Oh, yeah.
Tired of the hassle of having to fill your med box once or even twice a week? We want to help you save time with our new program, the Pack Med. Our newest machine allows you to spend more time on you and less time organizing your medicines. We will work with you and your doctor to package your medications with clear, concise, personalized information and individualized instructions right on the packet. We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins, fish oils, vitamin D, calcium, and more. Take advantage of our free first month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely love having more free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we can stop your Pack Med program. Please call
Martin Tipton
Pharmacy at 806-373.
They are holding us to death.
Drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church and Oak Street United Methodist Church, and across from Amarillo College downtown campus.
17-14, Abilene leads Amarillo as Martinez is making his way back to the far end zone. And one thing about this arena is a little different. If you come to Amarillo game, the teams, the players' boxes, it's sort of like a hockey box. It's right in the middle of the field or the ice or the rink or whatever you would say. It's right in the middle, right on the 20-yard lines. Here in Abilene, both teams are all the way in the far corners of the end zones. And so Abilene had to make the long walk, the complete length of the field from their box down to kick it off here. So it's a long ways down there. It makes it a hard deal when you're trying to get subs in and out when the ball's down there. Johnson Jr. once again back deep for the kickoff return, and this time it's going to be taken by Irizarry at the 20-yard line. David has the ball, and he's going to only have a gain of about 5 yards after forward progress. They're going to spot it, looks like, on the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Venom on their own 23-yard line. Their worst field position of the night, and that's something when you can say that's your worst starting field position of the night. And it looks like they're going to bring the dancers out here after another media timeout. And normally what happens on those media timeouts is after a touchdown, they do their dance or do their event rather than kick it off, and then we have a play, and then you have stoppage. So definitely sort of kills the momentum. Those are supposed to be at the 4-minute mark, and it's interesting. So a little gamesmanship here in Abilene, which is okay. Sort of like that a little bit. Gets both teams going a little bit. I'm watching so we've got the Abilene Bomber dancers out there, and it's a 17-14 Bomber lead. But it's been a back-and-forth ball game. Neither team's really made a stop yet. Amarillo held Abilene to a field goal on their second possession, and that's what could be the difference in the ball game as we move forward. As a coach in the arena game, you're looking for 2 stops a half. And if you can make 2 stops a half, you're going to win the ball game. And no turnovers, and that's something Amarillo has been really good at the last few games, is not giving up the football, but it's been hard for them to get it. Both the teams they played lately, Laredo down there, where it was a 1-point last-minute game, or they scored with 6 seconds left, and beat us by 4 or by 2. Anyway, they beat us. But we turned over the ball once, and they didn't, and that was the difference in the ball game as the Bomber dancers have wrapped up their dance, and we're going to be back to action. We talked about Marcus Rowe making his way back in. Marcus goes 6'6", 360 pounds, wearing big number 91, and he's back to sort of give a little bit of a wall to quarterback Nate Davis back there, and I'm sure Davis appreciates that as the Venom are going right to left in the radio dial. 3:11 now here in the first quarter. Venom trail by 3, 17-14, Abilene with the lead. You're going to have Watson and Doug Williams on the right-hand side. Motion man is Raymond Johnson Jr. Davis looking, scrambling, throwing across the middle. It's going to be tipped away by number 21, Archie Reed, and Reed's a good defensive player, and Davis was under pressure that time. Pressure came from the right-hand side of the defense, and which is that blind side there. He was looking at Johnson Jr. the whole way that time and just couldn't get the ball to him because he got hit right at the last second. So it'll be second down now for Amarillo. Clock goes under 3 minutes here in the first quarter of play. Seems like it's been a long first quarter, but really it's moved along pretty quick with both teams being pretty effective on offense. Davis in the huddle. Play clock could be a factor here as it's now under 10. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. No motion man this time. Interesting looking formation for the Venom. And Davis is going to have to call a timeout as he looked up and didn't see what he wanted. It was twin receivers on one side, single receiver on the other. Nobody went motion man, and Davis looks out to the official, and he's trying to get an explanation on something, and he is not going to get it. We're going to take a quick timeout with them, 17-14. Here in Abilene, Texas, 30-second timeout. You're listening to Venom Football in the car.
The Silver Oak Apartment Complex is located at 1710 Southeast 34th in the new Tradewinds Estate Developments. The apartment complex features 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Featured amenities range from a sparkling pool, 24/7 fitness center, to high-speed internet, a playground, and a basketball court. Also, Silver Oak Apartments is part of the rent program, where 20% of each month's rent can be applied toward the purchase of a new home. Silver Oak Apartments, an official sponsor of the Amarillo Venom indoor football team.
Right back to action here is Davis. Now he's got the formation he wants. Twin receivers on the right-hand side, and Johnson Jr. going to be the motion man. The lone receiver's Doug Williams. Snap. Davis dropping, looking, and penalty flags fly. And it was going to be a deep pass to the end zone. We're going to see what the call is. Probably going to be false start on the Venom, and that's what it is. Looks like somebody jumped off sides. So the Venom sort of losing a little bit of flow. They had everything going in their way early, and now you can just sort of feel that little natural lull in the ball game here. We talked about the kickoff, and then they have the timeout right after the kickoff, sort of kills the momentum a little bit. And a little gamesmanship by Abilene, and now the Venom are faced with their first penalty of the ball game, second down, 15. Ball's going to be spotted on the 17-yard line, and not a lot of hop in the step right here. It's a long ball game, but you don't want to give any opportunities to a hungry Abilene team here trying to qualify for the playoffs. And Amarillo sort of controls their own destiny. Davis with time, looking, now scrambles, still looking, throwing, finds Doug Williams, who's going to gain about 7 yards out to the 24-yard line, which is going to be just outside the original line of scrimmage, and the ball's going to be spotted right on the 24. So it's going to be third down, and we're going to call it 9 for the Venom. Nice job that time by Davis. He actually rolled to his opposite side, rolled left, and able to get the ball to Doug Williams. Now, Doug also missed a ball game. He missed the game down in Laredo. Man, how we could have used him down there that night. as he had a concussion in the home game versus it would have been Abilene last time. So now it's third down for the Venom. Doug Williams, the motion man. Trip receivers on the right-hand side. Davis is under center, has the snap. He's looking, has all day, throws, fires across the middle. Catch by Doug Williams, making the man miss. Inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3. And we just got through talking about Doug Williams. I call him the X Factor. He goes 6'5" out of Oklahoma Panhandle State University. And now the Venom have it first and goal inside the Coors Light red zone. And Coach Reese puts the throttle down. And the Venom are in the no-huddle offense. Davis, right back under center. Tim O'Neill joins him in the backfield. It's a handoff to O'Neill, and he's going to fall 1 yard short. And the ball sort of pops out of his hands as Davis says, let's go, let's go, let's go. Second and goal. Ball is literally spotted on the 1 yard line. 37 seconds remaining in the opening period of play. The Venom trail by 3. 17-14. Looking to get the lead back. Quick pitch outside to O'Neill, and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown. Tim O'Neill, back off injured reserve this week, has the Venom back up on top. And here comes Cunningham and the rest of the kicking team to try to make it a 21-17 game. 20-17, the Venom leads on a 1 yard Tim O'Neill touchdown. And how good is it to have him back after the injured elbow that's kept him out the last 3 weeks? Just sort of a vocal leader for the Venom, and a guy that plays fullback, plays linebacker, but can play every position if asked to do so. And now, what we just got to tell you, he just scored a touchdown, and now he's about to do the snap here on the extra point. He makes it great when it's back, and Cunningham absolutely drills it. 21-17 with 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Venom have retaken the lead right here in Abilene, Texas tonight. Don't go anywhere. 21-17, the Venom lead. You're listening to Venom Football in the car.
Come enjoy the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel of Amarillo, located off 540 West across from the Westgate Mall. Staycations give citizens of the community an opportunity to save money and visit local attractions within their own city, as opposed to the high cost of vacation traveling. With the staycation package, visitors will receive a gift certificate to the Westgate Mall in Amarillo, dinner at the Country Barn Steakhouse, and tickets to see the Amarillo Venom professional indoor football team. The Courtyard Marriott is conveniently located near several of Amarillo's popular restaurants and is only minutes away from Amarillo's IMAX movie theater, the Westgate Mall, and the Amarillos of Exeter, home of the Amarillo Venom. Save money and time with the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel.
It's 21-17, the Amarillo Venom lead after the Tim O'Neill 1 yard touchdown, and it's 6 seconds, 6 ticks, tick, 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 tick. That's all that's remaining here in the first quarter of play, and it's been a really well-played first quarter by both teams. The only stop really being made when Amarillo forced Abilene to kick a field goal in its second possession, and that's been the difference in the ball game. This will be probably the final play of the first quarter here as Cunningham kicking right to left in the radio dial, kicks it and falls down, and then the ball is going to fall into the end zone, and now it's going to be a scramble. And an absolute mess is Jason Cunningham has injured his ankle, and that might be something huge here in the ball game. Cunningham went to attempt an onside kick, and he's wearing kicker cleats. And as he went to kick the onside kick, he stubbed his foot into the ground, and he is laying on the field agonizing in pain. And the ball goes 1 yard, and we've got a mess here. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but this is going to be huge if the Venom lose their kicker here in the ball game, and he's hurt. They've got him up on his feet, but it'll be interesting to see. That's his kicking foot. And exactly what happened is he goes to kick the ball, and his ankle sticks with those cleats right into the ground, and the ball goes 1 yard, and Coach Reese was rolling the dice. And now we're going to see what the actual call is on the field. And it's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout. They'll sort it all out. We've played 1 quarter here in Abilene, 21-17. The Amarillo Venom lead. You're listening to Venom Football on the car.
Honey, since we've been working out at Gold's Gym, I'm really starting to feel better about myself. I have more energy, and I'm really starting to see a difference in how I look. I'm actually getting excited to get back into my swimsuit this summer.
Well, I'm ready for you to get back into your swimsuit, too. Hey, 1 minute or 2 minutes?
One. We go like 1.5.
Okay.
Join Gold's Gym now and get ready to get back into your swimsuit. And Gold's Gym offers Amarillo's premier ladies-only gym. Over 70 group exercise classes per week. And childcare is available. 2 gyms for the price of 1.
Sign no contract, pay no enrollment fees or annual fees, and as low as $9.99 per month.
Man.
Join now and get the rest of the month for free at goldsgym.com/AmarilloGX.
Still about 30 more seconds. You got time for that?
No, they're already back on.
Nothing else like it in Amarillo.
3, 2, 1, 0.
21-17, the Amarillo Venom lead, but a strange turn of events. The Venom kicker Jason Cunningham was attempting to kick an onside kick, and it, like I say, this turf, he's wearing regular soccer kicking cleats, and that cleat sort of stuck in the ground. The ball went 1 yard, then it looked like sandlot football, ball going everywhere. When all said and done, Abilene's going to have the ball on their 1 yard, on the Amarillo Venom 1 yard line with a chance to take the lead here, and it's almost like a turnover for the Venom. But man, what a mess! And now you've got to worry about your kicker, Jason Cunningham, because he looked like he was injured. That ankle twisted then on him, and man, your thoughts are with him right now that everything works out. Coles is going to try to push and score, and he's going to go in for a touchdown from 1 yard out, and that was an easy one right there for Abilene. And Coles is going to have him a touchdown, and Abilene's going to retake the lead. And maybe one of the strangest plays I've seen in football right there is Amarillo lines up to try to kick the onside kick, to try to really roll the dice, and it backfires big time. And now you've got a touchdown for Abilene and a kicker that's injured. And, whew, in a game that comes down to it, well, I can tell you right now, we don't have another kicker out there. And you dang sure don't have a Jason Cunningham just waiting around. So now Abilene has a 23-21 lead as Martinez is out to try to kick the extra point, just underway here in the second quarter of play. And I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. I know I've talked about it, but man, that was something else. Martinez waiting on the hold of Coles to try to make it a 3-point Abilene ball game, and he kicked. It's up, and he missed it. Actually, it's good. Squeaked in the right upright. 24-21 Abilene leads. We'll try to get an injury report on Jason Cunningham. You're listening to Venom Football on the car.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it.
You're
Ever
clear.
since I did, people ask me where I got it. Bought it to there. Sold it to me. Bought it to there. Sold it to me. She's cute, but she's a beauty.
You got time for a minute here?
Sold it to me. He sent me a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
If you stop in, you'll be paying it too.
I'll tell you.
10 seconds.
Yeah, we're good. Make it work.
Sold it to me. She's cute, but she's a beauty.
No, I don't know.
Sold it to me.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mr. Gaddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy the all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy's.
You ever seen anything like that?
A new iPad. Remember, it's all you can eat from beatable prices with our fantastic daily specials. Come any day of the week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day is a Gaddy's day.
24-21, back and forth we go here in Abilene, Texas tonight. And the Abilene Bombers have the lead here on the Amarillo Venom after that strange turn of events. The Venom had just taken the lead, and onside kick it, the ball rolls a yard. You've got an injured kicker. You've got a touchdown for Abilene, and now they've got the lead. And it's just really, really strange turn of events. Now, with the guy that isn't strange, we call him the Flash, Raymond Johnson Jr., waiting back deep as Martinez now tries to kick it away from him. And Shaka Harris is going to take it off the wall, and this guy can run too. And he's finally going to be tackled at the 25-yard line, brought down by Jarius Jarvis. And the Venom will have it 1st and 10 on their own 25, I say on their own, on the 25-yard line. I don't know if that one belongs to anybody. 25-yard line, 1st down for the Venom as quarterback Nate Davis stands next to head coach Julian Reese, and Alex Watson makes his way out of the ball game. And it's going to be, looks like Anthony Clark into the ball game. That's a guy you like to see in on offense. Sort of adds an extra dimension. He's a big physical receiver. And our receiving core, toughest in the LSFL. You got Doug Williams, Anthony Clark, Raymond Johnson Jr. You got Alex Watson. Then you got guys like Justin Johnson, Dante Bright, those guys that can come off the bench. And a little bit of confusion this time as looks like Coach Reese is going to call a timeout. And the Venom have wasted their second timeout already here early in the second quarter, and we'll stick with it. It was trip receivers that time, and Davis was trying to get Johnson Jr. over to the right-hand side, and Coach Reese, in the arena game, the coaches are able to stand out on the field, and Coach didn't like what he saw, and he called timeout. Now he's sending all the water. The water's coming out, and Coach Reese is sending it off. And looks like they're going to get water in. They were bringing water out, and Coach Reese was like, get the water out of here. And then you can see half the players look at Coach like, come on, man. And so now the Amarillo Venom quenched their thirst on the Aqua One timeout. And when play resumes, they'll have the ball 1st and 10. So now they've got the formation set. 1st and 10 for the Venom. Ball spotted directly on the 25-yard line. Twin receivers on the left-hand side is Doug Williams and Anthony Clark. Raymond Johnson Jr., the lone receiver. And Rakeem Rowland's manned up with him. And now Rowland was a player that played for the Venom the first 6 games of the year. And pass goes across the middle, caught by Anthony Clark, who's going to roll down to the 1-yard line. And I just got through saying it. Clark comes in, and a great pass from Davis to Clark. Clark goes up and gets it right over the outstretched hands of Wally Mummin. And now the Venom are in business with the ball spotted on what's going to be the 2-yard line. Coach Reese thought it was a touchdown, and no call is going to be made there. Now the Venom in the Coors Light red zone, 1st and goal. Ball on the 1-yard line. Davis going to keep it himself, and he's going nowhere. Ball squirts out late, but Nate Davis is very upset. He's screaming. Something happened there he didn't like, and he keeps the ball, and he goes down to the 1-yard line, and Coach calls him back in and says, let's slow it down here. And Davis makes his way back in the huddle. 13:02 remaining here in the second quarter. Coach Reese calls back Davis, sort of calms him down, pats him on the head a little bit. And a little bit of confusion for the Venom. And I don't like what I see right here because it looks like a little confusion. Play clock's down to 6. Venom don't need to lose another timeout here. Play clock at 1. Quick snap. Davis looking, firing, looking, pump fakes, and then scores a touchdown. And then throws it right back to head coach Julian Reese and says, I got this, man. The Venom are retaking the lead. Busted play that time, and Davis goes in for a touchdown. Confusion the whole way around. And Cunningham now limps out, and this will be interesting. He was injured on the kickoff on the last kick, rolling in pain on the field. And now with that same foot, going to attempt to make it a 28-24 Venom lead. Out of the hole to Nate Davis. Davis has the hand out. Waiting on the snap, O'Neal. The snap's down, the kick's up, and he drills it. Nice job by Jason Cunningham coming back in and giving the Venom a 28-24 lead. 13-18 remaining in the first half. You're listening to Venom Football. Things up on the car.
Martin Kitson Pharmacy wants to help you get your Sundays back. Tired of the hassle of having to fill your med box once or even twice a week? We want to help you save time with our new program, the Pack Med. Our newest machine allows you to spend more time on you and less time organizing your medicines. We will work with you and your doctor to package your medications with clear, concise, personalized information and individualized instructions right on the packet. We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins, fish oils, vitamin D, calcium, and more. Take advantage of our free first-month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely love having more free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we can stop your Pack Med program. Please call Martin Tipton Pharmacy at 806-373-2812 or drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church and Hope Street United Methodist Church and across from Amarillo College downtown campus.
28-24, the Amarillo Venom have retaken the lead here with the 12:18 remaining in the first half of play, and set to kick it off is Jason Cunningham, he's about 60%, it looks like, as he makes his way out all the way from the right-hand corner of the end zone to the far left end zone. If you were looking at your radio dial, if there's a corner on the right-hand side, he's going all the way to the top left to get ready, set to kick this off here. As back deep to receive is Juan Reese, another dangerous kickoff return guy. I bet there won't be an onside kick this time as Cunningham has the hand up. And he's going to put the ball in the air. It's going to bounce at the 10-yard line. Sort of hits like my pitching wedge. And it's Juan Reese out to the 10. He's going to make one man miss. Another man miss. He's still on his feet. Anthony Clark is able to finally get his hands on him and Kevin Brown with a great open field tackle. To give credit to Kevin Brown, who comes up with an open field tackle on the 8-yard line. Penalty flags down. Probably going to be a defensive holding, and that'll back them up half the distance to the goal. So the Venom are going to have great spot right here on defense. Abilene's going to have to go a long ways. The ball's going to be spotted inside the 5-yard line. Kevin Brown, Stephen Harris, David Irizarry, the defensive backs, Nate Davis playing that linebacker position along with Hicks. And it looks like Big Kale along with, let's see, who else is down there? Tim O'Neal is going to be defensive end on the left-hand side. James Smith at that MAC linebacker position. That's the rushing linebacker. So 1st and 10 for Abilene. Ball spotted inside the 5-yard line. Motion man is Juan Ruiz. Coles dropping, looking, has time, throwing deep, has a wide open man. And there was a miscommunication that time. It looked like David Irizarry was the guy in coverage that lost connection with Ruiz. And it's a first down all the way down to the Amarillo Venom 19-yard line, and you have them pinned deep, and you just can't give up the big play. How about the quarterback Coles out of, and I don't know if anybody, it's Andre Coles, Kutztown University, Kutztown. Look that up for me. I don't know where that is. And he's in trouble right here, and he is getting tackled to the ground, and the ball goes way up into the stands. It's Gene Messer, ball in the stands. And Anthony Clark's going to replace. Looks like Hicks comes out of the ball game. Anthony Clark's going to make his way into the ball game. Under the 11-minute mark here in the first half. 28-24, lots of points. That's what you expect when you come out on Memorial Day, a day to sit back, watch some Monday night football. And these folks here in Abilene are getting a good show tonight. Both teams putting on an offensive performance. And we're waiting on that defensive stop for the Venom. Motion man is, oh goodness, quick pitch outside. No motion man that time. Still running inside the 10-yard line for Abilene, and a nice play that time. The motion man was Juan Reese. They faked the pitch to him, looked up top, found number 9, Desmond Sanders, little screen play, well-designed play that time by Abilene. Had a blocker out in front, and they're going to get a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the Coors Light red zone, all the way to the 6-yard line of Amarillo, and neither team's been able to find a way to do two things, put pressure on the quarterback or make a defensive stop. 10-10 remaining in the first half. 28-24, the Venom lead. Coles under center, twin receivers on the left-hand side. Spells and Sanders. The motion man, once again, is going to be Juan Reese. He goes from right to left. Now trip receivers. Quick handoff inside to a big rumbling, bumbling, stumbling number 56 that time, Alex Joyner. Joyner's not a little man, 6'3", 320 out of Fort Valley State. Looks like a bowling ball bouncing around out there. And it's going to be 2nd down and goal. Ball's on the 4-yard line. A little bit of switch up here for the Venom. Dante Bright. Tell you what, Dante Bright, he plays football for the Venom. He'll hit you right in the mouth, but he'll also sell you a new truck at Gene Messer Ford. He sold me one last Friday. Treated me right. Thanks to Dante. Thanks to the guys out there, Shane Qualls and the crew at Gene Messer Ford. Big sponsors of the Amarillo Venom, guys that we really appreciate. So Dante Bright in the ball game as it's 2nd goal. Coles out of the shotgun formation. He's going to come out, and he's going to go nowhere. First met in the backfield by Big Kale, and some talking going on out there, and they're going to back him up a little bit. And a tackle is going to be made by Stephen Harris. And then Coles was in the shotgun, and it was just quarterback speed option all the way to the right-hand side. They're going to show that he got back to the line of scrimmage. And now it's 3rd down and a huge play for the Venom. 3rd down, ball's on the 4-yard line. Abilene going right to left on your radio dial. Under 9 minutes here in the first half. Cole's the quarterback. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Interesting formation here for Abilene. They don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. And now they adjust. 44 going in motion back and forth. Quick pitch out there, and he's blown up by Stephen Harris. After a gain of 2, and it's going to be 4th down for Abilene. Decision time now. They've sort of got conservative. And now the Venom with a big chance to make a stop here deep inside their own territory. Ball is placed at the 3-yard line. It's 4th down and goal for Abilene. Ball on the 3-yard line of Amarillo. 8:04 remaining in the first half. Here's the stops that you talk about as a coach. You're looking for 2 stops a half. Look for the quick pitch to the big guy in the backfield. That's number 55 or 56, Joyner. He has a touchdown already, and it's going to be speed option the whole way, and the quarterback's going to get in the end zone almost untouched. Nirazari jumps up, but he clearly got into the end zone. Speed option to the left that time for Abilene. They put all the receivers on the right-hand side. Speed option to the left. And on 4th and goal, they're going to have a touchdown, and it's a 30-28 Abilene lead as Martinez walks all the way from the coaching box to try to kick this field goal. And that's, kickers get a bad rap, and I was one of them as a college kicker at Central Arkansas, and we get a bad rap because we like to play golf and do things like that. Martinez, he never jogged one, but he walked the entire length of the field down. Now let's see if he can make this extra point here. Out of the hole to Coles, the kick's up, and good. He can walk all he wants if he keeps making extra points. 31-28, Abilene leads. 7:30 remaining in the first half. Great ball game here. Don't go anywhere. Listen to Venom Football on the car.
What a beautiful sunrise.
It's resplendent.
The water's so calm.
Untroubled, unperturbed, some might say reposeful.
Well, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. See this great breakfast we got off McDonald's dollar menu.
Not following you.
Well, I mean, premium roast coffee, breakfast burritos, hash browns, everything's awesome and just $1 each.
Oh, so you're feeling kind of smart.
Indubitably.
McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast. The simple joy of being smart. Emphasis for the McDonald's a la carte only.
As a man who's lived a while, I feel obligated to share wisdom. Fellas, don't call cute girls dude. I've heard you do it. And make sure to try McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $4.99 on the extra value menu. They're tender, crispy, delicious, and numbers that encourage sharing. Maybe with that girl you used to call dude. 20-piece chicken McNuggets. Simple joy of being extra smart. Price and participation may vary.
31-28, the Venom Trail, the Abilene Bombers here in Abilene, Texas on a Memorial Day Monday night football edition in the Lone Star Football League. Toby Tucker with the call here with my good guy Kenny, the gunstrap back there in Amarillo, working the board, doing a great job. And he's one of those guys that makes things happen. Any of your local sports that you're hearing, I guarantee you got guys like Kenny and mainly Kenny behind the scenes there making it happen. So big thank you. Happy Memorial Day, Kenny. As Martinez puts the ball on the ground, and Raymond Johnson Jr. as it rolls, he picks it up at his 3-yard line, and he has room to run. He makes one man miss and then trips over his own man out to about the 18, 17-yard line. And every time he has a chance to touch the ball, usually something good's going to happen, as looks like we are going to have an injured player, and they get him back up there. And that was number 21 for Abilene. That's Archie Reed, and he's a good defensive player, and that would be a huge loss if he's not able to be 100% because he makes plays. We talked about one of the defensive backs for Abilene earlier, and that's Rakeem Rowland. And Rakeem's a 6'2", 192 defensive back out of Mayville State. And Rakeem was active with the Amarillo Venom, came into training camp, earned a spot on the active 23 roster, played in a couple games for us before roster moves and people coming off injury reserve and things like that ended up making him be able to be back. He lost a roster spot and found a home here in Abilene, now getting to start with them tonight. So congratulations to Rakeem Rowland. It's always good. You become close to all these players. And, you want them to do well. And these guys, these men, they have families, they're working men. They do a great job. I'm just proud of them. As Rowland's done a good job landing on his feet right here in Abilene, Texas. Got an on-field promotion going on right now. Once again, a little gamesmanship where we're stopping the clock after the scores and doing a little sit-ups and push-ups on Memorial Day and a little bear crawl. But when we get back to business, the Venom will be first down and 10 on their own. We're going to call it 18-yard line after the kickoff return by Raymond Johnson Jr. 31-28. The Venom Trail here. And what would be huge for the Venom is to get that final score of the first half. That's, as an old coach, you think about, chances that you're going to have the football and chances your other team's going to have the football. The Venom are going to get the ball first to start the second half. So if they could end up with the ball here before halftime and score the final points of this half, it would be huge. As Davis under pressure and has his hand hit, and the ball's going to fall to the ground. And he was under a little bit of pressure that time and sort of bounces his hand off Tim O'Neill as it falls to the floor. So it'll be second down for the Venom. Here is the ball is going to be once again on the 18-yard line. We're under the 7-minute mark here in the first half. The Venom once again trail by 3, 31-28. And you wonder, now you normally think the first time we came down here, Jason Cunningham was the Lone Star Football League Player of the Week. He had 4 field goals. And this is a big, tall roofed ceiling instead of like in Amarillo where it's real low. But you wonder after his injury, how full speed is he? Doug Williams, the motion man on the right-hand side. Davis sort of gets Abilene to jump a little bit. He gets the flag, and the ball's going to bounce off the ground, and Davis is going to get up a little bit slow that time, but the Venom are going to get another chance here as it's going to be offsides on Abilene. Davis with the quick double count there that time, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Abilene. It will remain second down. As we wait on the call for the official, we'll get a listen here. And the call is going to be an illegal defense on Abilene, and that's huge because not only is it it's not only a 5-yard penalty, it's an automatic first down for the Venom. So a clean slate of downs here as the clock continues to run. It's at 6:30 here in the first half. And a big long halftime show for the folks here in Abilene tonight. I look down in the end zone. They've got a lot of karate folks, so they're going to have a little karate going on here. And it reminds me of the show coming up in Amarillo on June 1st. Superhero night. You don't want to miss that. The Venom take on Laredo, which will be a huge game in the Lone Star Football League. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. Doug Williams, your lone receiver on the right-hand side. And the ball that time sort of floated on Nate Davis. It was a quick screen, and Davis looks like he's lost a little mojo tonight. He's sort of struggling a little bit. He got frustrated on that last drive, and he's going to have to settle down and regain his composure here if the Venom plan on staying in this ball game, as we've been really ineffective here on offense these last couple of drives. You had the big pass to Anthony Clark that got us in business last time. But Clark not in the ball game now. It's Watson, Doug Williams, and Raymond Johnson Jr. Williams will be your motion man. Same formation as last time. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. Davis looking, firing, throws, and it was almost intercepted. And we've got some miscommunication going on right now, and Coach Reese is going to have to grab his quarterback and settle him down. Raymond Johnson Jr. was running a streak route, fade route, fly route, whatever you want to call it, straight down the middle of the field. Flying down the middle, Davis threw it in the zone, and it went right off the hands of an Abilene receiver, and just barely was a big interception in the first turnover of the ball game for the Venom. Lucky break there for Amarillo. And now after the sort of wild pass on first down and the miscommunication on second down, Venom are faced with 3rd and 10. Ball's on their own 24-yard line. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Play clock now a factor, under 4. Davis drops the football, and he's going to be mashed, and the Venom they've sort of just self-destructed here, and they're going to have to get their composure back. 4th down now for the Venom, and it's decision time for Coach Reese. Will you bring in the injured Jason Cunningham to attempt what would be about a 40-yard field goal? And he says no. He says, Cunningham, stay in the box. And now we talked about the Venom getting that stop. Now it's Abilene with a chance to make the first stop of the ball game. And frustration on the Venom offense is they are out of sorts. Play clock already a factor, under 10. Now down to 5, and the Venom hadn't left the huddle yet. Coach Reese is going to have to call a timeout. And he does. Timeout on the field, just under the 4-minute mark, and the Venom called timeout, and probably a good one here as they're going to have to regroup. We'll take it with them. 3:52 remaining in the first half, 31-28. Venom Trail, you're listening to Venom Football on the car.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mrs. Daddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room.
Let's start with the 30.
Come enjoy all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy Game Room where you could win a new iPad. Remember, it's all-you-can-eat for unbeatable prices with our fantastic daily specials.
You can go another one.
Week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day is a Gaddy's Day.
The Silver Oak Apartment Complex is located at 1710 Southeast 34th in the new Tradewinds Estate Developments. The apartment complex features 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Featured amenities range from a sparkling pool, 24/7 fitness center, to high-speed internet, a playground, and a basketball court. Also, Silver Oak Apartments is part of the REAP program, where 20% of each month's rent can be applied toward the purchase of a new home. Silver Oak Apartments, an official sponsor of the Amarillo Venom indoor football team.
Right back to action here, 4th down for the Venom. Motion man is Doug Williams. Davis dropping, looking, and it's going to be a penalty flag as that time looked like Doug Williams crossed the line before the play. So you come out of the timeout, you have time to settle down, and let's see what the play is going to be. It's going to be false start on the offense as Doug Williams got across the line that time and to back them up 5 more yards. So now makes it 4th down and 15 for the Venom as Coach Reese is talking to the official, but I think it's probably a pretty good call that time by the officials. I'm as hard on those guys as anyone is. And it looked like Williams got across the line that time as he made his motion down the field. And the Venom, again, 4th down and huge. And Coach Reese is going to have to back up or he's going to get a little bit of trouble there. The white hat tells him back up. And here we go, 4th down, 3:50 remaining in the first half. Play clock is not going to be a factor here. And now you just got to settle in. You've got a great quarterback. You just got to take a big, deep breath. Trip receivers all on the left-hand side. Williams, your motion man. Davis dropping. He's looking, still looking. Under pressure, throws it across the middle of the field. Great catch, and it's got to be a first down. He hits the pipes, and it's going to be interesting to see where the spot is. I mean, this is a huge call here as Raymond Johnson Jr. comes in. He catches the ball, and it's going to be a first down for the Venom. The Abilene fans are sick, but Johnson ends up hit into the actual first down marker. Davis was under distress, throws it off his back foot, and how about the catch from Flash? Raymond Johnson Jr., and that's a Ryan O'Neal first down for the Venom. Davis looking, dropping, still looking, throws up. Great catch by Doug Williams down the 1-yard line, and that was something crazy on that play. We didn't have motion. We didn't have anything. Davis sort of drops back. The Abilene defense sort of stood still, and Davis floats up a fade route to Doug Williams, who goes up about 12 feet in the air and catches it. Now it's first down, Venom in goal. Ball's going to be on the 2-yard line. Flags are flying, and I think they're going to say we didn't declare. So it's going to be a penalty on the Venom. Kel Fisher comes in for big Marcus Rowe, and the Venom are going to have a false start. But there's only 3 offensive linemen in the arena game, in the indoor game, and you've got your center and your 2 ends. One of the ends has to declare. He has to raise his hand every time that he's the tight end. He's the eligible receiver. Failure to do that is the same as a false start and a 5-yard penalty, and so that's what happens. So now we'll sort it all out. It's first and goal for the Venom. Ball's going to be spotted inside the Coors Light red zone on the 6-yard line. 2:48 remaining here in the first half. Twin receivers, and it's a wildcat formation. Raymond Johnson Jr. is at quarterback. Davis, a receiver. Johnson Jr., he's running. He's still on his feet all the way down to the 1-yard line. And how about that for a different look for the Venom? Johnson Jr. sends Davis out to be the wide receiver that time. And a little bit of different look from Coach Julian Reese. And Johnson says, I want the ball again. He's not going to get it again. It's now at second and goal. Ball's going to be spotted just outside the 1-yard line. No more timeouts left for the Venom, so no room for error here. Tim O'Neal pushed on the right side of Nate Davis. Davis hands off to O'Neal, and there's nothing happening. And I don't like that play right there. Shaka Harris, who's had some success there, but he's been having it on a little bit more speed to the outside. And there was a little frustration that time, and big surge by Jermaine Blakely for the Abilene Bombers. And Blakely, he goes a lot. Big number 55. I mean, the guy is a load of man. He goes 6'4", 340 for the Bombers, and he had a lot of defensive surge that time. So now, third and goal, just like that, and this is another huge play. Still looks like some confusion for the Venom as it's trip receivers on the right-hand side. Williams, the motion man. Davis dropping, looking. Finds Alex Watson wide open for a Venom touchdown. Thanks up, Venom fans, as they have retaken the lead here in Abilene tonight, 34-31, and a penalty flag comes. And I think they're going to call a flag on Alex Watson, and the ball just came out of his hand, and Coach Reese is absolutely furious, and they're looking to give him a penalty, but Watson hits the wall. The ball falls out. I think they're going to call a personal foul. You can't, when you're the visiting team, you cannot give the ball or take the ball over the rail, and that's going to be the call. That's a bad call. The ball hit the wall and falls out of bounds, and so that's going to be the call as Cunningham comes out. Nonetheless, 34-31. I talked about it earlier. If you could have the final stop and the final points before halftime, a huge break that would be, and the Venom are going to have a chance to do that as the clock continues to tick. 34-31, and Cunningham's kick makes it a 35-31 ball game. 1:09 remaining in the ball game. You're listening to Venom Football. Don't go anywhere on the car.
Come enjoy the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel of Amarillo, located on I-40 West across from the Westgate Mall. Staycations give citizens of the community an opportunity to save money and visit local attractions within their own city, as opposed to the high costs of vacation traveling. With the staycation package, visitors will receive a gift certificate to the Westgate Mall in Amarillo, dinner at the Country Barn Steakhouse, and tickets to see the Amarillo Venom professional indoor football team. The Courtyard Marriott is conveniently located near several of Amarillo's popular restaurants and is only minutes away from Amarillo's IMAX movie theater, the Westgate Mall, and the Amarillo Civic
They took
Center,
us down for a little bit, though, just so you know. But
save money and time with the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel.
35-31, the Amarillo Venom lead with 1:09 remaining in the first half, and the Venom will kick off here. Jason Cunningham getting a little bit more flexibility back in that foot as he hobbles now. He was sort of limping earlier. I'm going to call it a hobble now. As the Venom, and we talked about it, need a huge stop here before halftime. 35-31, they lead, 1:09. Now what's going to be interesting here, wherever we tackle the Abilene player, there's going to be a penalty added onto it for the what they call a delay of game. Watson went into the end zone, hits the wall, and the ball falls out. And I just talked to Venom owner Stephanie Tucker, and she said that's a bunch of malarkey. That's what she said. Just like that. Cunningham's kick bounces on the 20-yard line now, fumbled around by Abilene, and going to be returned, and the ball is going to be brought out to the 21-yard line. And they're going to have the extra penalty added on right there. It's the 1-minute warning, and we're going to take it with them. 30-second timeout. Venom lead 35-31. You're listening to Venom football on the car.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Pop it to me, sold it to me. Pop it to me, sold it to me. She's cute, but she's a kid. Pop it to me, sold it to me.
Huh? We can go a minute, Kenny.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Miss Daddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar
right
7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy game room where you can win a new iPad. Remember, it's all-you-can-eat for unbeatable prices with our fantastic daily specials. Come any day of the week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day is a Gaddy day.
35-31, 1-minute warning here. They take a media timeout at 1 minute in the indoor football game, and so we are at that point here. And the Venom, due to the, it was a bad call either way you say it. I'll quit talking about it. Alex Watson scores a touchdown, goes across the line, hits the wall. The ball falls out of his hands. They call it a delay of game. You can't give the ball to anybody, throw the ball to anybody, do anything like that. He just hit the wall. What ends up happening, we tackle them at midfield. Now they get a 10-yard penalty. So with a minute left, Abilene has it 1st and 10. The ball's going to be on the 14-yard line, as looks like Juan Reese is the motion man. Cole's looking. He's dropping. No pressure again for the Venom, and Cole's on his feet. He's out past the 10-yard line, and now is when you got to strip the ball as the clock's going to continue to run at the 50-second mark. That was an awful long play there, as a ball's going to be inside the Coors Light red zone down to what we're going to call the 8-yard line. And I talked about it earlier in the ball game, and I'll say it again. Get this stop here, or be the team to score the last points in the first half. And a rule that's unique, if a team scores a touchdown, the clock's going to continue to run as Coles is dropping. Looking, now under pressure and sacked. Anthony Clark out of West Texas A&M University comes up with the big sack, and he is going to have a big play here. And it's going to be a timeout by Abilene. We'll stay right here with them. 35-31, 22 seconds. Okay, so what I talked about there, a unique rule is if a team scores, the clock's going to continue to run for the extra point. And so now at 22 seconds remaining, Abilene could actually, if they score, they can run the clock out with an extra point. So the Venom are probably not going to get a chance to get the ball back. So it's important now to get that defensive stop. Going to be a loss on the play after the Anthony Clark sack, the first sack of the ball game, all the way back to the 10-yard line. And this is where it gets difficult because you've got 16 bodies in a really tight space. So here we go, Amarillo Venom fans. 22 ticks remain here in the first half of play. on the road here in Abilene, Texas tonight on Memorial Day. You can hear Stephanie Tucker screaming. She's the only Venom fan in the entire arena. But she is screaming and hollering, and there's 3,000 people looking at her right now going, who is this lady screaming? She has her hands on her head, and so do I. Third down. The official's going to recheck something. He's going to look. He's going to talk. He comes up. They're getting the spot set, getting the play clock right. It's third down. Play clock is correct. And here we go. Third down. Shells. He's not going to be the motion man. It's going to be Juan Reese. And here we go. Dropping. Quarterback looking. Quick pass out on top to Kevin Brown. He does not get in the end zone. He's going to go all the way down to the 1-yard line. And Kevin Brown had the single coverage that time. And way too soft. Here it is. First and goal. Clock continues to run. 16 seconds. And we got penalty flags everywhere. And that's going to be brought back because there's penalty flags. And that one's going to go against Abilene with 13 seconds remaining in the first half. As Shells, he's going back celebrating. And Danny Snyder's not happy. And it looks like they're going to call the offsides on Amarillo. And now here comes that point where I've talked about the penalty, the extra points, and the clock continue to run. And it's something that is an interesting rule, and I think will be addressed. You shouldn't end a half with a team getting ready to kick, and that's what's about to happen here. As with 13 seconds, the clock should run. Now, the thing is for Abilene, and let's see, the clock keeper may not know, as they did not start the clock, and that could be a huge break for Amarillo. So here's Martinez. Snap, the hold. The clock doesn't start. He misses the extra point, and Amarillo is going to get a humongous break right there, as they did not start the clock on the extra point, and it's a 37-35. Amarillo, the Venom Trail 37-35. They're going to get one shot here to get points on the board or get Cunningham in a place where he can line up and kick a field goal. If we can just get it in the field of play, the Venom have a chance to take the lead here to end the first half. 37-35, Abilene leads. 13 seconds remaining here on the clock before halftime. (37-35), 13 seconds. Both teams getting their final instructions, and it'll be interesting. Do you kick it deep and let Raymond Johnson Jr. have a chance to bring it back for a touchdown? Or do you try to squib it at one of these big guys up front? And Coach Reese and Coach Snyder have the hands team in there. Donna Welch, who also helps with the Venom with special teams. And that front line are some guys with some hands. Alex Watson, Doug Williams, James Smith, Anthony Clark. And then way back deep, you got David Irizarry, Dante Bright, Shaka Harris. And then, once again, Raymond Johnson Jr. So here we go. Martinez set to kick. What will he do? 13 ticks on the clock. And now we'll see if the clock keeper here, the clock should start on the kick, unlike regular football rules. And the clock does it. It does start. Irizarry has it. We're going to get a chance. Gosh, on Friday we run into each other. My goodness. In 6 seconds on the play clock, we're going to have to line up and kick. Irizarry had room that time, and he ran right into the back of his own man. And let's see what Coach Reese does. Is he going to try to take one play, get out of bounds? And he goes out to the main official right now. They did start the clock on the kick. And now, do you bring out Cunningham and attempt the field goal to take the lead at halftime? Or do you try to score here? And it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to score. The play clock's running, so you got to have the play called and know what you're going to run. They're going to get one more play. Will they try a quick one and get it out of bounds? And they got confusion as the clock's down to 10 seconds. He has no more timeouts remaining. 9 seconds. 8. 6 seconds on the play clock. 6 seconds on the clock. Raymond Johnson Jr. motion man. They get the play off. Davis looking, throwing. Throws it up to Doug Williams, who goes up. It's knocked out of bounds. And there should be 1 second on the clock. There should be 1 second on the clock. And Coach Reese looks, and the officials are going to put 1 second back up on the clock. They should anyway. Oh, my goodness. If they don't put a second back up on the clock, it's going to be a travesty. And no! Oh, my goodness. 1 second should be on the play clock, and that's going to be halftime, and good gravy. Wow. Coach Reese is standing at midfield with his hands wide open. (37-35), the Venom are going to trail at halftime. We'll regain our composure. We'll come back here in a minute. You listen to Venom Football on the car.
Come enjoy the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel of Amarillo, located on 540 West across from the Westgate Mall. Staycations give citizens of the community an opportunity to save money and visit local attractions within their
Kenny, give me 2 minutes at least.
High cost of vacation traveling. With
2.5.
Staycation package, visitors will receive a gift certificate to the Westgate Mall in Amarillo, dinner at the Country Barn Steakhouse, and tickets to see the Amarillo Venom professional indoor football game. The Courtyard Marriott is convenient located near several of Amarillo's popular restaurants and is only minutes away from Amarillo's IMAX movie theater, the Westgate Mall, and the Amarillo Civic Center, home of the Amarillo Venom. Save money and time with the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel.
Honey, since we've been working out at Gold's Gym, I'm really starting to feel better about myself. I have more energy, and I'm really starting to see a difference in how I look. I'm actually getting excited to get back into my swimsuit this summer.
Well, I'm ready for you to get back into your swimsuit, too. Hey, I bet I could get back into my old Speedo.
I wouldn't go that far.
Join Gold's Gym now and get ready to get back into your swimsuit. And Gold's Gym offers Amarillo's premier ladies-only gym. Over 72 exercise classes per week. And childcare is available. 2 gyms for the price of 1. Sign no contract. Pay no enrollment fees or annual fees. And as little as $9.99 per month. Join now and get the rest of the month for free at goldsgym.com/AmarilloTX. Or stop by either Gold's location today. Gold's Gym. There's nothing else like it in Amarillo.
What a beautiful sunrise.
It's splendid.
The water's so calm.
Untroubled, unperturbed, some might say. Reposeful.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. It's this great breakfast we got off McDonald's dollar menu.
Not following you.
Well, I mean premium roast coffee, breakfast burritos, hash browns. It's awesome. Just $1 each.
Oh, so you're feeling kind of...
I'm ready when you guys are.
McDonald's dollar menu breakfast. The simple joy of being smart. McDonald's a la carte only.
As a man who's lived a while, I feel obligated to share wisdom. Fellas, don't call cute girls dude. I've heard you do it. And make sure to try McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $4.99 on the extra value menu. They're tender, in numbers that encourage sharing. Maybe with that girl you used to call dude. 20-piece chicken.
5, 4, 3.
Price of participation bigger.
37-35, the Amarillo Venom trail the Abilene Bombers on the road here in Abilene, Texas, and I don't know where I am. That's a wild ending to the first half.
Ending, huh?
Wild ending to the first half. Nothing like having your wife come up when she's the guest at halftime and you want to kick her out. So she just showed up. And I can't talk. 37-35, Venom trailing. It's been a wild first half of play. Back and forth we've gone. The Venom really with the only stop of the ball game until the last 6 seconds there for Abilene. The Venom held Abilene to a field goal on one of their possessions. Amarillo had a chance there with 6 seconds remaining in the first half. The ball goes out of bounds. Yes, no, 1 second on the play clock, but you know what? You're not going to get that call on the road. You wouldn't get it in Amarillo. You're not going to get it. It's just how it is. And so you just play the game, and you got to come back and eliminate the sort of a little bit of confusion at times.
A little bit of confusion, a little bit of frustration. I think we just need to get over it and calm down. I think that's what everybody needs to do.
A little bit of emotion, but we've got the owner of the Amarillo Venom up top here, way up high in the Taylor County Expo Center, and lots of good things going on. Next week's a huge week as Laredo Rattlesnakes. It's the Battle of the Snakes. It's 2 teams that have played each other this year twice already, and it's come down to the last play of the game on both games. 1 win for Amarillo, 1 win for Laredo. It's going to be a huge night.
It's going to be a huge night for the LSFL. It's actually, we are blessed with the, competitive games that we've been having, whether it's playing San Angelo. I know that New Mexico and San Angelo just are fighting it out too. So we're blessed with that opportunity. But yes, it's the battle of the snakes, and it's the battle of hopefully first place. So, but again, it's June 1st is our superhero night. We're honoring all of our retired military and I guess active military, and then you have all of your civil servants are actually getting into the game free. And then I promise you don't want to miss halftime. And if you need a box of Kleenexes, you can come and sit by me. It's going to be a pretty cool deal.
Well, okay, so let's rewind. We've got a lot going on. June 1st, superhero night. Let's talk about that.
Well, you actually get to the kids and adults, whoever wants to, if they want to wear their superhero costume, we'd love to have them.
Or Halloween costume.
And Halloween,
whatever.
yes. And actually, one of the things that we're doing is Once Upon a Child has gotten all their Halloween costumes out. So if you go there and actually purchase a Halloween costume, you get a free kids ticket. So that's kind of a cool deal,
Our
too.
Our friends Allison and Shorty at Once Upon a Child, they are huge Venom sponsors. We sure appreciate those guys. And so you talk about superhero night. Another thing, some neat jerseys that night.
Yes, pretty. You're going to really compliment them since you designed them. So no, they're really cool because they're the sublimated, kind of like your honorary military camouflage. Visit our website or visit our Facebook page to see them, because those will be auctioned off, some during silent auction and then some after the game. But
so someone's going to have a chance to take home the jersey,
and they're awesome.
that a Venom player wears that night.
That night. You'll get to take it home with sweaty and nasty and gross.
You can leave it that way, or I'd suggest washing it before you wear it.
A lot of people do not.
They do not believe how much these guys sweat during a game.
It's the nastiest thing ever. So,
but it's pretty impressive.
Yes, it shows that they're working really hard.
No,
so
they're working hard. Toby Tucker up top, 37-35. The Venom are trailing on the road in Abilene, joined up top by Stephanie Tucker. We're talking about all the activities next week, and you hit on it a little bit with a box of Kleenexes. And we're going to talk about that when we come back from the break, because it's something that you just don't want to miss. And so stick around. We're going to talk about it. It's going to do a little bit with our friends at Ambucks. So 37-35, the Venom trailing here in Abilene. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Hooters halftime show. You're listening to Venom Football on the Car.
Martin Simpson Pharmacy wants to help you get your Sundays back. Tired of the hassle of having to fill your med box once or even twice a week? We want to help you save time with our new program, the Pack Med. Our newest machine allows you to spend more time on you and less time organizing your medicine. We will work with you and your doctor to package your medications with clear, concise, personalized information and individualized instructions right on the package. We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins, fish oils, vitamin D, calcium, and more. Take advantage of our free first-month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely love having more free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we can stop your PackMed program. Please call Martin Simpson Pharmacy at 806-373-2812 or drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church and Oak Street United Methodist Church and across from Amarillo College downtown campus.
Travel Lodge. Find adventure deep in the heart of Texas at the Travel Lodge Amarillo West Hotel, conveniently located off Interstate 40 with easy access to downtown. Our pet-friendly Amarillo Hotel is just minutes away from Rick Husband Amarillo International Airport. It's the best of the Wild West at your doorstep. Get going each morning with a free hot breakfast. Use the free Wi-Fi internet access to plan your day. If you want to relax, go for a swim in the outdoor pool or stretch out in your spacious.
Now you go one more watching them break some stuff here. It's pretty cool.
Front desk staff is here to assist you 24 hours a day. Kids 17 and under stay free with an adult, and rates start as low as $39.99. Travel Lodge Amarillo West Hotel. Call today 353-3541. Travel Lodge is the official host of your Amarillo Venom.
It is beautiful sunrise.
It's resplendent.
The water's so calm.
Untroubled, unperturbed, some might say reposeful.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Oh,
dang.
Sorry.
Woo!
He got off the salad menu.
Don't want to mess with that kid.
I mean, premium roast coffee, breakfast burritos, hash browns, everything's awesome except the butt beach.
Oh, so you're feeling kind of smart.
Stop 30 seconds. McDonald's selling you your breakfast.
Wow.
As a man who's lived a while, I feel obligated to share with you. Fellas, don't call cute girls dude. I've heard you do it. And make sure to try McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $4.99 on the extra value menu. They're tender, crispy, delicious, in numbers that encourage sharing. Maybe with that girl you used to call dude. 20-piece chicken McNuggets.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Price and participation may vary.
37-35, the Amarillo Venom Trail here in Abilene, Texas tonight at halftime. We're seeing a great halftime show. It's sort of a local karate group, and they're breaking boards and kicking and flopping and flipping, and I'm telling you what, it's pretty neat stuff down there, Stephanie.
It is a neat little, idea. I like it. You know me, I like to think way outside the box, and having kids, first of all, having kids involved in the halftime show makes it all fun and interesting to see.
Well, there's going to be something this week at halftime show that people just don't want to miss. You talk about interesting to see. We've got a lot of friends, James Brown and some of the guys that are involved in the Ambucks organization here in Amarillo, and man, you talk about a neat deal they do. Let's talk about some Amtrak.
Well, a lot of people don't know what Ambucks does, but Ambucks is kind of like your fundraiser for Amtrak is what they are. They're actually tracks for either disabled veterans or children that have disabilities and stuff, and they're actually going to give or gift 3 kids and possibly a veteran their Amtrak on the field without anybody knowing. So that's going to be a cool little thing, and their families are going to all get to be there. And then actually, hopefully, people will understand what Ambucks is. So it's just a neat deal. It's pretty emotional for me because it's just another way that we can help out the community, and that's what the whole thing is about.
Well, for folks, an Amtrak. Explain what that is. What does it do?
It looks like a wheel. It's just a souped up trike/wheelchair. It's just something that it's pretty. And there's that's another thing. That's when I talked to James Brown about it. So there's some people that kids don't even know.
We're dead. God Almighty.
Having some technical difficulties.
Sorry, we're on cell phone. It just dropped.
We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins.
Where were we when it died?
And more. Take advantage of our free first month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely
Ben, I can't hear you.
more
Sorry.
free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we can stop your PAC-Med program. Please call Martin Kitchen Pharmacy at 806-373-2812 or drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church.
Kenny, I can't hear.
Oak Street United Methodist Church and across from Amarillo College downtown campus.
1-0.
I was bragging on Kenny back at the station earlier about he's the guy that makes it happen. So we're using cell phone service here in Abilene tonight, and sometimes your phone just dies. That's just what happened. Stephanie was rambling in the middle of it, and it just cut her off. Now, that'd be the first time I've ever hung up on her, I can promise.
Yeah, you didn't hang up on me. That's good. That's good. You're sitting right beside me. So.
We're talking about the game on June 1st, and you're talking about Amtraks and what the track was and what does it do for these kiddos.
And what it just gives them ability to be active in their own little way, and it's just another way to the same thing with veterans too. And that's when I was telling James Brown that this is a perfect opportunity for people to see what they do and how they do it and what Ambucks actually does. So when you see an Ambucks person asking for you to come to an event, you know what the benefit is.
Well, it's been a great event here in Abilene, Texas tonight. The Amarillo Venom Trail 37-35 on the road. I've sort of talked through the broadcast. The first game here got a little chippy, got a little physical, and the Venom were somehow. We didn't play near as well as we are tonight. We were able to come out with the win somehow, some way. And tonight, it's not that we're playing bad. We've had no stops on. They've not stopped us on offense except for the last 6 seconds. There, we've scored every possession. We've held them to a field goal once, and that's the difference in the ball game. But what do you see? We're just going to take them to come back here in the second half.
They just need to pull it together. I think we all need to calm. I even saw everybody in the box. We all just needed to calm down, and that's what Coach was trying to get at the very end. And it's an emotional game, especially when you're playing the Abilene Bombers. There's no doubt that this is our
It's our rival.
Yeah,
it's a rivalry.
It's just the rival that we have. It's just from the very start of this game or this season, we had a very close, tense game, and then when they came up to our place too. So.
And you know what, boy, it's great for the fans because the fans here that have decided to spend their Memorial Day watching football, they've seen a great show, and they're seeing a great show right now as there's people breaking cement down there, and I think I could do that.
I don't think you could. But that girl just broke a bat. Yes, thank you. But this cement block is going to be kind of like a little.
The fans are just totally engrossed here as the kid just broke something. He just broke about 6 boards there.
Now, I broke a board over your head maybe once, or even just dreamed about it. Maybe it was just a dream one day.
Here comes the bat, and there's a young lady down there who just took a bat with her elbow and split it in half.
Yeah.
So as you start hollering and hooting here in a minute, a while ago I talked about how there's 3,000 people and you're the only one yelling for the Venom, and that girl just broke a bat with her arm.
Yeah, I need her on my team. Maybe she'll come up with the offensive line and come and show us. No, and that's one of the things that it's just fun, and that's what people also got to realize. It is about football. Do not get me wrong, but the halftime shows, the things that we try to do is we are all about the entertainment, and that's one of the things with the LSFL. Whether you come to an Abilene Bombers game or whether you come to the Venom, I promise you will leave sensory overload is what one of our
friends said, sensory overload.
And that's a compliment. Awesome. I hope people realize that. I want you to leave like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I need to take a nap. So we're excited.
I tell you what, I'm not going to take a nap, but I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to have some stats here for you, brought to you by our good friends at Goody's Popcorn. And those guys, they can pop it out. We're going to pop out some stats right here, right back with you. 37-35, the Venom Trail in Abilene, but you're listening to Venom Football in the car.
Travel Lodge. Find adventure deep in the heart of Texas at the Travel Lodge
2 minutes.
Amarillo West Hotel, conveniently located off Interstate 40 with easy access
Hey, Kenny,
to downtown.
it's the actual sound on the radio is so loud I can't hear you.
Amarillo International Airport and puts the best of the Wild West at your doorstep. Get going each morning with a free hot breakfast. Use the free Wi-Fi internet access to plan your day. If you want to relax, go for a swim in the outdoor pool or stretch out in your spacious hotel room. Non-smoking rooms available, and our front desk staff is here to assist you 24 hours a day. Kids 17 and under stay free with an adult, and rates start as low as $39.99. Travel Lodge Amarillo West Hotel. Call today, 353-3541. Travel Lodge is the official host of your Amarillo Venom.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mr. Gaddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy the all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy game room where you can win a new iPad. Remember, it's all-you-can-eat for unbeatable prices with our fantastic daily specials. Come any day of the week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day is a Gaddy's Day.
Come enjoy the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel of Amarillo, located off 540 West across from the Westgate Mall. Staycations give citizens of the community an opportunity to save money and visit local attractions within their own city, as opposed to the high cost of vacation traveling. With the staycation package,
hey, Kenny, I can't hear you at all. I hear it's so loud on the
dinner at the Courtyard Steakhouse.
Okay, thanks.
Tickets to see the Amarillo Venom professional indoor football team. The Courtyard Marriott is conveniently located near several of Amarillo's popular restaurants and is only minutes away from Amarillo's IMAX movie theater, the Westgate Mall, and the Amarillo Civic Center, home of the Amarillo Venom. Save money and time with the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott Hotel.
37-35, the Amarillo Venom Trail here on the road in Abilene, Texas tonight. Memorial Day football, and before we get to the stats, Steph, I mean, Memorial Day, it's pretty special, and a lot of folks, we need to think our sort of superhero night, the real superheroes, of course, we talk about active, retired military, our first responders type folks. That's sort of where we're going to recognize those people.
Yeah, that's actually
It's what superheroes is.
It's the whole superhero thing. That, you know what? And that is people that we need to think in and every day, just not one day. But that's everybody enjoys the day off, or in our case, sometimes not the day off, but enjoy the time with their family this weekend. But without those freedoms, we wouldn't be able to have that.
And how about those first responders? I mean, you take those people for granted until it's you or somebody you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the one that keep us safe. We were just talking about the bad storms actually here in Texas and in Oklahoma. I mean, if you didn't have the people who are volunteers, those are the people that make the difference, too. So here in the home front. So we appreciate everybody that's willing to keep us safe, definitely.
So real quick, someone that wants to get tickets to next week's game, what can they do?
Come by the office because we're really friendly. But, come in. It's 9th and Buchanan. It's downtown. We're easy. We'll make it fast and furious. But or you can call. It's 350-7277. Or you can also go to panhandletickets.com, too.
Yeah, I had somebody ask me a while ago. They said, now, you talked about those jerseys, and you're going to auction them off, but it's going to a charity.
It is. It's actually going to something that's pretty close to both of you and I's heart. It's called the Live Wild Foundation. What it is it gives back to, gives people the opportunity to do stuff in the outdoors or things that maybe just the normal family that maybe couldn't afford, just hardworking people or didn't have the ability. We're blessed with having the ability to just run down to the farm or run down to the lake, but there's some people that have never been, and so this is what it's all about.
Totally nomination based, and we'll have activities all year long for folks, so if you're going to be involved in that, that'll be great, and you can help out.
It'll be our first fundraiser.
It'll be very cool. We're excited about it, and we actually got to do one hunt already with a helicopter hunt.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was really, really, really neat, and so we're excited about that. Excited about some stats. I know we're down by 2 points. The Martinez extra point is huge because it gives the Venom a chance to kick a field goal, and that be the difference in the ball game. We're going to have the ball first here to start as Abilene makes their way out to the fields. But if you look at, the stats, there's really nothing glaring out there. The Venom, it was almost halfway through the first quarter before they actually touched the ball after Raymond Johnson Jr. ran another kickoff back for a touchdown. Would you kick it to him?
No, that's what I said. It's the Raymond rule. That was the one thing that Coach and I said. I said the one thing that I want to change from last year is that you have to kick it. You have to give the fans the opportunity to see somebody run it back. And so I joke with Raymond saying that's the Raymond rule. But that is one of the things that keeps the excitement going. It keeps the opportunity to keep the ball in the stands, or out of the stands, and on the field where we can have the higher scoring games. So that's a lot of fun. And even if you're an Abilene fan, you had to think that was pretty impressive.
Oh, that guy can fly. 13 first downs for Abilene to 9 for Amarillo. Rushing yards, 27 for Abilene. Only 1 rushing yard for the Venom. 142 yards passing for Abilene to 108 for the Venom. Nate Davis, 8 of 13. He's passed for 112 yards. Then you have Abilene. Andre Coles doing a nice job at quarterback. And once again, I've not had anyone tell me where Kutztown University is. Andre Coles, 6'5", 245 at Kutztown University. Quarterback for Abilene. He's 10 of 16, 147 yards, has a touchdown. Doug Williams, the leading receiver so far for the Venom, 3 big catches, 45 yards, followed by Raymond Johnson, who also has a touchdown, and then Anthony Clark, 28 yards and a touchdown on the night. It's going to be a great second half of football, 37-35. Thank you, Stephanie, for coming up and visiting with me.
Hope to see y'all all this Saturday. It's going to be an exciting game, I promise you. So it's always a fun game. So
we got to get this one under our belt tonight, get home, and it's going to be a big game against Laredo. Those guys are tough down there, and it'll be a lot of excitement. So looking forward to that. We hope that you'll stick with us. We're going to have a huge second half of football here. The Venom trail right now, 37-35, but they're getting the ball first, starts the second half. It's going to be exciting. Don't miss a minute.
No.
Don't miss a minute.
Because you never know with arena football.
Oh, man. You're listening to Venom football on the car.
Martin Simpson Pharmacy wants to help you get your Sundays back. Tired of the hassle of having to fill your med box once or even twice a week? We want to help you save time with our new program, the PackMed. Our newest machine allows you to spend more time on you and less time organizing your medicines. We will work with you and your doctor to package your medication
here, 2 minutes.
Information and
I'm going to do the ID
right on the packet. We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins, fish oils, vitamin D, calcium, and more. Take advantage of our free first month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely love having more free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we can stop your PackMed program. Please call Martin Simpson Pharmacy at 806-373-2812 or drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church and Polk Street United Methodist Church and across from Amarillo College downtown campus.
Honey, since we've been working out at Ghost Gym, I'm really starting to feel better about myself. I have more energy, and I'm really starting to see a difference in how I look. I'm actually getting excited to get back into my swimsuit this summer.
Well, I'm ready for you to get back into your swimsuit, too. Hey, I bet I could get back into my old Speedo.
I wouldn't go that far.
Join Gold's Gym now and get ready to get back into your swimsuit. And Gold's Gym offers Amarillo's premier ladies-only gym. Over 70 group exercise classes per week, and childcare is available. 2 gyms for about 30 seconds. Sign no contract, pay no enrollment fees or annual fees, and as low as $9.99 per month. Join now and get the rest of the month for free at goldsgym.com/AmarilloTX. Or stop by either Gold's location today. Gold's Gym.
About 10 seconds. Let's have a good second half.
Hello. There we go. I was doing it again on us, Jason.
5, 4,
37-35, the Amarillo Venom trail down here in Abilene, Texas tonight. Both teams have made their way back to the field, and I look down, and in the right corner of the end zone, if you're right to left on your radio dial, if you looked at your radio, the Venom, if it was going flat across, the Venom are in the bottom right corner of your radio dial there at home. The Abilene team, they're actually opposite, on the opposite side of the field. You know, if you come to an Amarillo Venom game, both teams sit on the home side, which we call the home side, the same side of the field there. And Abilene's on one side here, and Amarillo's on the other. So a little bit of a different look. And one good look I saw down there was Jason Cunningham. He's still limping, but he's able to kick the ball. He just kicked one for about, I'd give him 35 yards. So that'd be good. I've just got my first text about Kutztown University. But if you want to be, we'll do a little trivia here. Go post it on our wall, Facebook.com/Amarillo Venom. If you know where Kutztown University is, and then I want that and their mascot. Post that to our Facebook wall, and I tell you what, if you get on there and you get it right, we're going to put you in a drawing to win. How about a Venom T-shirt? That sounds like something good to give away. Everybody needs some Venom gear. Get you a Venom T-shirt. So get on there, post it to our Facebook wall. That competition will be going tonight, and then we'll sort through them when we get back from Abilene tonight. But you got to be right. I want the where they are and their mascot, Kutztown, Pennsylvania. So here we go. It's time for second half Memorial Day Monday Night Football here in Abilene, Texas tonight. Martinez is going to be kicking it off. Once again, he walks all the way down. You know, I talked about those kickers earlier. You got to watch those guys. And flash, Raymond Johnson Jr. back deep. Martinez will be kicking left to right on your radio dial. Johnson Jr., he's standing right now on his own 10-yard line. Irizarry has made his way from he was normally right in front of Raymond, and now that's Alex Watson taking that spot, and it's the hands team all up front. It's Anthony Clark, David Irizarry, Doug Williams, Shaka Harris, Dante Bright, all those guys on the front row, so a lot more skilled guys. Stephen Harris also joining them on the front row, and we're underway here in the second half. Another rolling kick. It's going to bounce. It's going to take another bounce, and Johnson Jr. is going to take it on his 10-yard line. He seams one man and almost squeaks through. He was that close. He's going to be tackled at the 13-yard line, and the guy is just something else. He is the flash. So then we're going to take over, and this is a huge possession for Amarillo. We talked about how important it was to be able to score, be the last person to score here in the first half of play, and the Venom had a chance. And they just didn't quite get it done as time ran out on them. But they get the ball here. Boy, how big would that have been to score and then to have the ball back here in the second half? Didn't happen. Now they trail by 2 as we are just underway here in the third quarter. Venom going right to left on your radio dial. Ball's going to be spotted 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. Davis under center. Twin receivers on the right-hand side. Doug Williams, the motion man. Davis dropping, looking, has time, throws, across the middle, and a one-hand catch almost made and in and out of his hands. It was just a little bit behind Williams. Wally Mumman with the coverage that time, and actually he had an opportunity that time as well to get him a pick 6 probably, and it falls out of his hands. Second down for the Venom. So we'll see if Amarillo can come in and be able to sort of settle down here in the second half. A lot of emotions that first half, sort of looked out of sorts, sort of pressed a little bit too much, and still able to match score for score with Abilene. And then just ran out of time. But taking an awful lot of time in the huddle tonight. Longer than usual. Play clock already down to 9. Alex Watson's going to be the motion man. He's way up top on the right-hand side. The play clock's down to 3. Davis gets the snap off, looking, pump fakes, under pressure. He's sacked. He's going to be tackled after a loss of about 6 yards by, looks like number 8. That's Jeremiah Turner out of Concordia College. And the Venom are off to a rough start here in the first drive of the third quarter. Ball's going to be, big loss for the Venom. Loss of 10 all the way back to their 4-yard line, and this is where you've got to be careful down here. You know, a field goal attempt is the same as a punt, and if it goes out of the end zone, the ball's spotted on the other team's 5-yard line, but you just don't have much room to work. And Cunningham's more than capable of making it from here, but you'd sure like to have a little breathing room, and it'll be interesting to see what Coach Reese does. And still confusion by the Venom receivers as they're leaving the huddle. You know, a different type of work week this week. Different players active as Davis looking, dropping, looking, still looking, throwing. And it goes to no one. Once again, miscommunication. And it looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt by Jason Cunningham. Nope. Coach Reese says stop. Davis says I've got it. So a huge play. Raymond Johnson Jr. is going to come out. Anthony Clark's going to come in. And now we've got a 4th down. Boy, this is a huge. Going for it. 4th down. Ball's on the Amarillo Venom 5-yard line. 4th down just underway here in the third quarter. And it's not 4th and 10 or 4th and 5. It's 4th and 20. So it looks like instead of trying to punch one out and give them a chance to return it and all that good stuff, try to get some positive yards here, and you never know what can happen. You got a big receiver, Anthony Clark, in motion. Got to give Davis time. He has it this time, looking under pressure, and he's going to be sacked for a safety. Jermaine Blakely comes up with the sack, and that's a huge play. Davis needed to get rid of it. He had time that time. And not only are they going to get the safety, they're going to get the ball back, and that's just not the way you want to start the third quarter. And it's going to be a 2 points for the Abilene Bombers, 39-35. They're lead now, and Cunningham will come out, and they'll have to kick it off to them here. And the Venom defense is going to have to rise up. Not a great start to the third quarter. Pressing too much, the Venom tonight. Unable to give time to the quarterback, but that time he did have time. The pocket finally broke down, and he held the ball too long, and he was sacked for a safety by big Jermaine Blakely. And so now the Venom are going to be forced to kick it off. And they got the kickoff team out there. Just under 12 minutes, 39-35. Abilene trying to get a playoff spot. They're trying to get their crowd up. And the Venom, once again, just look out of sorts tonight. They've never looked comfortable. And a lot of football to be played, but, you got to start thinking about making stops and coming up with plays. No turnovers so far for the Venom tonight. And they don't look like they have much hop in their step. Cunningham set to kick after the Jermaine Blakely safety. Dante Bright standing right by him. He's ready to go. He's cranking it up right here. And Cunningham's ready to put his foot into it. He drills it. It's going to kick at about the 20-yard line, bounce up to the 10. Going to be taken and then blown up. Stephen Harris with a huge hit on the 10-yard line, and he just absolutely freak showed Rob Spells. I mean, he took him and laid a smack down on him, and that's how you get your team lit up a little bit. What a hit by Harris as he was screaming down the field on special teams. And now your defense has to rise up. Tim O'Neill, the team leader out there at linebacker, gets the call from defensive coordinator Daniel Snyder. Abilene's going to have the ball 1st and 10. The ball's going to be on the 12-yard line. 11:36 remaining here in the third period. 39-35, Abilene with a 4-point lead. Here's Ari. Going to try to jump the coverage. He does. Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by the Venom. And there's a turnover that we just got through talking about. 1st down, Venom. And Kevin Brown comes up with it and hands the ball quickly to Coach Julian Reese, who takes it back to the official. That time it was a switch in coverage. They had twin receivers on the left-hand side, and David Irizarry and Kevin Brown switched right at the last second. Right as the ball goes into the hands of the receiver, he gets the catch. Irizarry breaks it up, and Kevin Brown's there for the turnover. And I talked about we looked flat, we looked out of sorts, and we needed a turnover. I'm going to rub my lucky man right up here, Jason. I'm rubbing on him right now. Jason comes up with a big turnover. That was Jason. He gave me a big old high five. As the Venom are in the Coors Light red zone, 1st and goal. Now you got to do something with it. Now you've got to be able to calm down and get some points on the board and sort of erase your memory of that first drive that ended up with 2 points for Abilene. Anthony Clark's going to be the motion man as Davis is under center. Clark in motion. Davis looking, dropping, throws across the middle. It's intercepted. Davis is grabbing his left ankle as he came down hard on it. And he forced it in that time to Anthony Clark. And just like that, Abilene comes up with the turnover. So back-to-back, Coach Reese is trying to say that it was an illegal defense, and he's not going to get a call at all. It just didn't work that way. He's asking to talk to an official, and he hasn't got to talk to him yet. But Davis is grabbing his ankle. We'll see. We'll get an injury update on him. And now he finally gets to talk to the Abilene crew. So now and they're swapping off Coach Reese off the field as Snyder comes back in. And it is a first down, not in goal. First down, Abilene ball on their 3-yard line. So erase some memory. Here we go. Start all over. Amarillo was in business, and maybe they can come up with another turnover. You hate to go turnover, back-to-back turnover. Here's Ari is sort of beat underneath, and a huge play by Dante Bright as he swaps it away. The receiver got behind Irizarry, and quarterback had some pressure. He threw it, and Dante Bright swipes it out of the hands of number 9, Desmond Sanders, who had plenty of room to run. So second down, 10:23 remaining in the third quarter. A lot of excitement here in the first 2 minutes of play. You've had 2 turnovers already and a safety. A lot of football to be played left here in Abilene tonight. Coles, the quarterback under center, trip receivers, left-hand side. The motion man is Rob Spells, and penalty flags are all over the field on a legal shield penalty, and it's going to be false start on Abilene. And that'll be half the distance to the goal. So back them on up. Ball's going to be spotted about the 1.5-yard line. This is the time that you really want some pressure. Kel Fisher comes into the game for Marcus Rowe. And once again, we talked about the box here for the teams. Marcus just ran 50 yards to get back to the box. It's a long ways from one end to the other. So here we go. Second down. Ball is inside the 2-yard line. The Venom, if they could get pressure here, if they could come up with a stop, would be huge. Motion man Coles throwing and almost intercepted by Stephen Harris. Had a chance, and it just sort of slipped by him. And penalty flags flying everywhere. And we'll see what the call is now. And it looks like it's going to be on, let's hope not on the Venom, because that'd be an automatic first down. You cannot lose your temp. And let's see what the call is going to be. And the way the Amarillo is nodding, it looks like it's going to go against Abilene. We'll see what the call is. Legal shield flag on the play, and here's the call. And they're going to give both teams personal fouls. So those will offset. And it's going to make it, looks like the deal is all messed up down there. I've got third down. We'll see what the call is. Third down ball once again spotted on the 2-yard line. Inside the 2. Call it the 1.5. Reese, the motion man. Coles dropping, still looking. No pressure at all. Ball's in the end zone. It's tipped and then falls to the ground safely. As Amarillo had a chance that time, the pressure finally came late when Coles threw. It goes tipped up into the air, and now the Venom are doing a good job. They're rotating defensive linemen in almost every play, and now it's fourth down, and the ball's on the 1-yard line. Here comes Martinez to kick it, and I tell you what, the Venom went for it, fourth and goal on their own 5, or fourth down on their own 5-yard line. Now, this is where it can get a little crazy. The ball is literally at the 1.5-yard line. The kicker, I don't know how he's even going to get a snap and kick, because literally he's got about 3 yards. We've got to watch the football right here and try to block it and come up with something good. The guy back there deep's Raymond Johnson Jr. Martinez is literally kicking the mat right now to give him some more room, and they're going to get a delay of game on Abilene, and that'll back it up even further. And we'll see how this works out for Martinez. Okay, so the ball is now spotted inside the 1-yard line. The end zones here in Abilene are 7 yards deep. Normally a kicker backs up 7 yards for his kick. And then he's going to take his 3 steps back. Martinez is way off to the right-hand side. The ball's going to be spotted about 3 yards back. The Venom have a great chance to get a block here. And they do. Penalty flags come down. Kevin Harris is going to get in for a touchdown. Kevin Brown. And now we'll see what the penalty flag is. And let's hope it's not on the Venom. I bet it's going to be offsides on the Venom. Holy moly. Abilene's clapping, and it's offsides on the Venom. And my goodness. Boy, you have an opportunity to make a huge play there. And it's going to be a touchdown, and it's going to be offside. So 5 yards, and that'll give them some breathing room to try this kick again. And doggone it, we had an opportunity. Another one there. Get away from us. Let's go. All right, so here we go. 4th down. Once again, now the ball is going to be on the 5-yard line. Martinez has his holder on the 5, and this time he backs way up. I still think we can block it again. Doug Williams is going to be the guy to come to try to go through and get the block. The kick goes up, and it's going to be kicked back, and Raymond Johnson Jr. has a chance inside his own end zone to return it. He's out past the 10, now past the 20. He's got a chance. One man to beat is Coles, and he does. He gets tripped up at the 4-yard line. How about Raymond Johnson Jr. all the way back from his goal line to what's going to be about the 5-yard line, spotted at the 6, finally got tripped up by the kicker, and a huge, huge chance for the Venom now. Whew. Now, Nate Davis, we need him to settle down a little bit here and get his sorts back about him, and let's get in the end zone. And one thing I see that I like is Shaka Harris has entered the ball game. Shaka has been a huge part of what the Venom's been able to do the last few games. This is a guy who came in as a rookie this year, inactive early in the season, and really the last 3 ball games in the absence of Tim O'Neal has made a name for himself. First down, Venom, quick pitch, Shaka Harris, looking for a seam. He's not going to get it this time. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. Abilene was ready for that one. The Venom had trip receivers on the right-hand side, went quick pitch to the left. And Davis is still limping around out there a little bit as it's going to be 2nd and goal inside the Coors Light red zone. And the Venom, we can't dilly-dally around anymore. We need points now. Must have points. Lost the touchdown there because we were offsides, and we were. We've just got to be a smarter football team right here as we wrap up this second part of the third quarter. 7 minutes. 39-35. The Venom trail. 7 minutes remaining here in the third. Once again, a little bit of confusion from our receivers. Davis, under quarterback, looking, center, pumps, looks, still looking, has plenty of time. Now he's running. He's on his feet. He makes a run, and he's going to get blown up at about the 6-yard line as there's no one open at all. Now it's 3rd down for the Venom. And how big is the safety? It was where the Venom were in a 2-point game. A field goal would take a lead. Now it's a 4-point ball game. So 3rd down, and goal inside the Coors Light red zone once again on the 6-yard line. Now Jason, my friend up here, Jason is a kid I coached in Clyde, Texas, which is just right down the road here in Abilene, and I just caught him cheering for the other team, Jason. Come on, man. I've been rubbing Jason all night for luck, and I catch him yelling, watch the slant just now. Come on, man. And Jason Adams, I'm going to get you, man. Here we go, 3rd down. And goal for the Venom. Trip receivers. Ball on the 6-yard line. Anthony Clark's going to be your motion man. He'll be covered by Wally Mummin. Pass cross and almost caught by Anthony Clark. Really not a bad spot right there. Davis put it only where Anthony could catch it, and you're so used to Anthony coming up with those circus catches. And once again, it's just nothing fluid for the Venom tonight. We're having a hard time, and we've got some new guys in there. Not new, but Alex Watson, just coming back active this week. And the timing's just off. You can see it's just not clicking. 5:26 remaining in the third quarter. 39-35. Only points here in the second half have been on a safety. Here we go. Doug Williams. Huge play. 4th and goal. Play of the game so far here for the Venom. 4th and goal. Doug Williams trying to get Anthony Clark. And once again, we just don't know what we're doing. Timeout, Venom. We'll take it with them. 5:10 remaining in the third. 39-35. Venom trail. You're listening to Venom football in the car. Come on.
What a beautiful sunrise.
It's resplendent.
The water's so calm.
Untroubled, unperturbed, some might say. Reposeful.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Must be this great breakfast we got off McDonald's dollar menu.
Not following you.
Well, I mean premium roast coffee, breakfast burritos, hash browns, everything's awesome and just $1 each.
Oh, so you're feeling kind of smart.
Indubitably.
McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast. The simple joy of being smart. At participating McDonald's, a la carte only.
As a man who's lived a while, I feel obligated to share wisdom. Fellas, don't call cute girls dude. I've heard you do it. And make sure to try McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $4.99 on the extra value menu. They're tender, crispy, delicious, in numbers that encourage sharing. Maybe with that girl you used to call dude. 20-piece chicken
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
5:10 remaining in the third quarter, and this is the biggest play in the ball game to this point. 4th and goal for the Venom. The ball's going to be spotted on the 6-yard line, and coming out of the timeout, this is where you got to know what's going on. And I look at Alex Watson, and he still looks confused after the timeout. The Venom have had some confusion most of the night. Had to burn. This is what is the 3rd timeout we've had to burn because we just can't get lined up. And this is the play of the game. Doug Williams, the motion man. Nate Davis dropping, looking, has time, still looking. Wide open, Doug Williams, touchdown. Great call by Coach Julian Reese. Trip receivers, they all cross the middle of the field. Williams sort of lollygags in the corner. Davis looks right, comes back left, touchdown. And that's the play that we've got to make. Finally hitting pay dirt here with the 6-yard touchdown strike from Nate Davis to Doug Williams. And if I don't sound excited about it, I'm super excited. It's just we have got to settle down here, and now maybe our defense can come up with another stop as Cunningham. This is a huge field goal here to make it a 3-point Venom lead. 41-39 right now, the Venom lead. Snaps back, held by Davis, kicks up, and he drills it. 42-39. The Amarillo Venom lead here in Abilene, Texas tonight on Memorial Day. 42-39, 4:56 remaining in the third quarter. Listen to Venom football in the car.
Come enjoy the staycation package brought to you by the Courtyard Hotel of Amarillo, located off I-40 West across from the Westgate Mall. Staycations give citizens of the community an opportunity to save money and visit local attractions within their own city, as opposed to the high cost of vacation traveling. With the staycation package, visitors will receive a gift certificate to the Westgate Mall in Amarillo, dinner at the Country Barn Steakhouse, and tickets to see the Amarillo Venom professional indoor football team. The Courtyard Marriott is conveniently located near several of Amarillo's popular restaurants and is only minutes away from Amarillo's IMAX movie theater, the Westgate Mall, and the Amarillo Civic Center, home of the Amarillo Venom. Save 5 and time. 4, 3, 2, 1, Hotel. 0.
42-39, the Amarillo Venom lead here in Abilene on Memorial Day. 4:56 remaining in the third quarter. Man, I'm going to have to take some blood pressure medication before this one's over tonight, because the Venom seem like they just are allowing, Abilene, give them credit where credit's due, played pretty well, but we've given them a couple opportunities. We blocked the field goal that it should be for a touchdown. We missed the opportunity to get some points on the board right before halftime where, do you kick it or do you not? We've had a safety. So now we've retaken the lead here in the third quarter as Cunningham set to kick right to left in your radio dial. Maybe we can settle in as Cunningham drills it. Looks like one of my 5 woods, and it's going to be taken on the 12 by Spells, who's got a nice return still on his feet, and all the way down to Amarillo Venom territory inside the 18-yard line. So how about the return? That time by Rob Spells. And Spells, he's a local kid right out of here, out of ACU, Abilene Christian University, 6'4", 200. If you follow ACU, good football team led by head coach Ken Collins. Now, one thing about Ken is a good friend of mine played ball with Ken at the University of Central Arkansas, which we called UCA, and then Ken came to ACU, and then actually for a while went back to UCA, was their offensive coordinator, then came home here to Abilene. He's a Vernon, Texas boy. So big shout-out to Ken and the friends out there. Got an on-field timeout here, got a little sack race. We'll stay with it here as the Venom have finally retaken the lead, 42-39. And, I talked earlier about the on-field timeouts happening after the kickoffs earlier, sort of breaking the flow of the Venom, and now Abilene has actually done that to themselves rather than taking their on-field, as you're talking before the kickoff. They've sort of taken the time out here too, so we'll see if maybe that can break that flow as we got some people sack racing and face flopping and everything else. Once again, Stephanie Tugger talked about the entertainment at these ball games, and you just come to one of these ball games, it doesn't matter where it is, you're going to be entertained and have quite the show. In a few weeks, the Venom are actually going to take on the road to New Mexico. It's an unbelievable arena there. Come on down. That's going to be a fun road trip for Venom fans. You can check out govenom.com to find out ticket information for that. And remember, a benefit of being a season ticket holder in the Lone Star Football League, you get free tickets to the away games too. So take advantage of that, especially when you go to a place like New Mexico. So here we go, 1st and 10 for Abilene. Ball's going to be spotted on the Amarillo Venom 18-yard line, going left to right on the radio dial, as Reese is the motion man and under pressure and going to be sacked by Anthony Clark. And looks like Biggs James Smith is Coles. And so Coles held it too long that time. And the Venom defense, how about them coming up big here now in the second half? They already have one stop. They have an interception. They have a fumble recovery. Then they have the stop on the last defensive drive. So can they get another stop here and give the Venom a chance to get some points on the board? Because this Abilene team's still dangerous, as they have the guys like Juan Reese, and then you've got, Rob Spells, once again, from ACU. These guys can play. Coles under center. It's going to be Spells who'll be the motion man this time. He's in motion on the far right side, going to be covered by Kevin Brown, and then sort of a switch cover. David Irizarry comes up, hits him. It's going to be a gain of about 7, almost a little past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be now 3rd down, and we're going to call it 8. So big 3rd down coming for Abilene here. Will they be able to come up with it and go for it again? Venom doing a lot of switching on defense that time. That time as Spells came up, he got pushed, sort of a little man bump by Kevin Brown, and then switched in the defense to David Irizarry. They found the open zone that time. Nice job, Abilene. Motion man's going to be Desmond Sanders, and he is way back, 20 yards deep. As Coles is under center, and dadgummit, Kel Fisher jumps off sides, and you give him an easy one right there. As the Venom are pointing one direction. One official says one thing, another says another. But it was offsides on Amarillo. We'll see what the call is here. And now the officials are going to talk about it a little bit. And Kel Fisher leaves the game. Now Marcus Rowe comes in. So what was 3rd and 8 now becomes 3rd, and we're going to call it more like 2. So 3rd and 2, big 3rd down, 3:20 remaining. Venom lead 42-39. Back and forth we go here in the ball game tonight. Anthony Clark, James Smith going to be the rush defensive ends. Marcus Rowe active this week. Big man in the middle going to try to get some pressure. As it's going to be, looks like Desmond Sanders, who went from all the way to the right side to the left side. Coles looking that way the whole time. Pressured, throws, complete, and then knocked out of bounds by Kevin Brown. But it's going to be a 1st down inside the Coors Light red zone to the 5-yard line. Brown actually came up with the football that time. As Spells comes up with the completion, points 1st down. They're going to back them up to about the 7. So now it's 1st and goal, and the Venom defense are going to have 4 chances to make a stop here, and Abilene's going to get those 4 chances to get some points on the board. Venom lead by 3. Yep, 1st and goal for as Coles has dropped back all the way into the shotgun. Pass comes over. It's a screen pass, and we got held, and they called it. Nate Davis absolutely got attacked. And the Abilene coach is going absolutely crazy, and I don't know why, because Davis was going to make a tackle, and literally it looked like Red Rover right there as they just attacked Davis as he came out of his linebacker position. A good call by the linesman on that side. It's going to be holding, and they're going to back him up 10 yards. So nice designed play that time by Abilene. They sent a man in motion across the face of Coles, who was in the shotgun formation, and then threw it back to the tight end, who was legal on that side, on the left-hand side. And he was going to go in for what was going to be a touchdown. Davis would have made the tackle. And, I mean, it was a mauling. Get him a saddle because he went to riding on that one, Jason. So, once again, I got my buddy Jason up here. Can't decide what team he's going for. Half the time he yells for the Venom. Half the time he yells for the Bombers. So, he's just a fan tonight. Here as it's now 1st and goal. Ball all the way back to the 13-yard line. And another stop by the Venom defense as we're right at the 2:18 mark here in the 3rd quarter would be huge. Reese, the motion man. He's got a full head of steam. Coles still looking, throws it, and he throws it 42 yards out of the back of the end zone. That's a Gene Messer ball in the stands. As one kid sprints for it, goes head first into the wall, gives his buddy a high five, and has him a souvenir to take home. Back in Amarillo, it's worth $1,000 on a new or used truck or car at Gene Messer Ford, and that's what I was talking about. Dante Bright, number 9 for the Venom. He sells cars out there at Gene Messer Ford. Bought one from him 2 weeks ago. Did me a good job. He'll do you one too. Check out our buddies at Gene Messer Ford. So now 2nd and goal for the Venom. 1:44 remaining in the 3rd quarter, which has been a low-scoring affair here. A safety and a touchdown are the only points been put on the board by both teams. As Reese goes all the way from the left-hand side to the right with the trip receivers on that side. Coles has the snap, still looking, drops, looking, ball's up, and Davis almost has an opportunity. It bounces off of him. He runs into the official. Juan Reese is angry in the backfield, in the far end of the end zone as he looks at Coles and said, I'm wide open. And the Venom are doing a lot of switching and swapping on defense. And some confusion with the defensive backs. Davis almost had a pick right then, and that would have been a big one, but another huge 3rd down for the Venom. Stephen Harris, David Irizarry, Kevin Brown, the defensive backs for the Venom. Coles is the quarterback. Once again, out of Kutztown University. Go look it up. Post it on our Facebook wall. You have a chance to win a Venom t-shirt. Reese in motion all the way from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And he is going to be tackled at the 4-yard line, and that's where it'll be 4th and goal. It's going to be tackled by Stephen Harris. Nice addition for the Venom out of A&M Kingsville. So here we go. 4th and goal. The Venom just scored on a 4th down play from about this same distance. And now Abilene's faced with a huge 4th down, and it's decision time. in a 3-point ball game, they have an opportunity to either tie it up or go for the lead, and you're at home and you go for the lead. It's the right call. I agree with their coach. Tell your team you got faith in them to get the 4 yards. Now, this one, your defense. Can they come up with back-to-back stops here in the Coors Light red zone? Look for one of the screen passes to one of the linemen again. The lineman declared on the right-hand side. It's an interesting formation, 3 down linemen, and then 3 guys in the backfield. And then Abilene's going to have some very unique formation. 3 linemen, 3 men in the backfield alongside the quarterback in the shotgun, and that's how the quarter's going to end. 42-39. We've played 3 quarters of football here in Abilene, and we've got a barn burner on our hands. Don't go anywhere. 4th quarter football coming up in the Old World Construction 4th quarter. You're listening to Amarillo Venom football on the car.
The Silver Oak Apartment Complex.
You're clear.
Located at 1710 Southeast 30.
1 minute.
In the new.
I bet we can go 2. Or a minute and a half. Start with a minute and a half.
1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Featured amenities range from a sparkling pool, 24/7 fitness center, to high-speed internet, a playground, and a basketball court. Also, Silver Oak Apartments is part of the REAP program, where 20% of each month's rent can be applied toward the purchase of a new home. Silver Oak Apartments, an official sponsor of the Amarillo Venom indoor football team.
Honey, since we've been working out at Gold's Gym, I'm really starting to feel better about myself. I have more energy, and I'm really starting to see a difference in how I look. I'm actually getting excited to get back into
Yeah, we better just go a minute, Kenny.
Well, I'm ready for you to get back into your swimsuit, too. Hey, I bet I could get back into my old Speedo.
I wouldn't go that far.
Join Gold's Gym now and get ready to get back into your swimsuit. And Gold's Gym offers Amarillo's premier ladies-only gym. Over 70 group exercise classes per week. And child care is available.
Yeah, we got to come out after this one.
You ready now?
As soon as this one's over. How much longer has it got? How much? It's going to be close.
Now and get the rest of the month for free at goldsgym.com/AmarilloTX. Or stop by either Gold's
all right.
location.
Oh, they're going to kick it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
42-39, Amarillo leads, and Abilene had a chance to think about it, and they've trotted out Martinez, the kicker, to attempt what's going to be about a 17-yard field goal here, just about an extra point. Now, he's missed one. Can the Venom defense hold again? He kicks it up, and looks like it's good, so that's a tie ball game. 42-42. How about the job by the Venom defense that time, holding them to another field goal, and that's big here on the road tonight as we have a tie ball game just underway here in the 4th quarter. We're going to stick with it here as you got to give a sort of a big old pat on the back to your defense right there for standing up and holding that time. As when you hold the field goals, you feel like you can win the ball game. And the Venom started out this half down by 2 points. They get the ball back to start the 3rd quarter, and they end up with the safety in the end zone. So instead of being down by 2, now they're down by 4. They go down. They end up having a couple good plays. They have the defensive stop. They come up, had the interception. Then they hold Abilene to another field goal. Raymond Johnson runs it all the way back from his goal line to the 4-yard line. And then that's where the Venom were able to score a touchdown to take the lead. And now Abilene has tied it off the leg of Martinez, 42-42, just underway in the 4th quarter. It's been a great ball game tonight. And, really it's been clean. But I've talked about the confusion from the Venom. It's not that it's been like an ugly ball game. It's not like we've had just horrible plays or, oh, my gosh, the refs are terrible. It's not anything like that. It's just we've sort of been out of sync. Now, we've still been scoring points, but you've just become so accustomed to the Venom offense being perfect and that being expected out of Coach Julian Reese. It spoils you when you make that long trip. And remember, it's you had last night a Sunday, got up on a Monday, came down here to Abilene on Memorial Day. It's just tough after the long weekend. Lots of things as Martinez puts the ball on the ground, and it's going to be back. Raymond Johnson Jr. at the 10. He's got a full head of steam, and he's out past midfield. He's going to go. He splits the defenders. 10, 5, and he's done it again. 2nd touchdown of the night for Raymond Johnson Jr., the Flash. And he's telling him, don't kick it to me. He did it again. Unbelievable. Touchdown by Raymond Johnson Jr., his 2nd 50-yard touchdown return of the night, and that's how you keep from having to worry about being a little sloppy on offense. Just let Raymond run it back. My goodness, the Venom strike right back instantly. Now waiting on the kick from Jason Cunningham.49-42. Of a sloppy snap, and Davis is able to get it down, and Jason Cunningham drills it. 48-42. The Venom lead, 49-42. The Venom lead is 7. Here on the road, 14:28 remaining in the ball game. You're listening to Venom football in the car.
Martin Simpson Pharmacy wants to help you get your Sundays back. Tired of the hassle of having to fill your med box once or even twice a week? We want to help you save time with our new program, the Pack Med. Our newest machine allows you to spend more time on you and less time organizing your medicines. We will work with you and your doctor to package your medications with clear, concise, personalized information and individualized instructions right on the packet. We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins, fish oils, vitamin D, calcium, and more. Take advantage of our free first-month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely love having more free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we will start your Pack Med program. Please call Martin Simpson Pharmacy at 806-373-2812 or drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church and Oak Street United Methodist Church and across from Amarillo College downtown campus.
Raymond Johnson Jr. has got the Amarillo Venom back in business. The lead is now 7 points, 49-42 here on the road in Abilene tonight. And how about that guy? I mean, he is just an absolute man-child of a kickoff returner, and he gets him another one as he has another kickoff return for a touchdown. His second on the night is now Jason Cunningham is set to kick it off, going left to right on your radio dial here in Abilene tonight on Memorial Day. Just underway here in the fourth quarter as the Amarillo Venom have a 49-42 lead. As Cunningham takes 3 steps and puts the foot into it. Now, big time for the defense to cover. Ball is still on the ground. Juan Reese is going to have a chance to return it, and he's smoked by Doug Williams at the 10-yard line. And how about that? Doug Williams has a touchdown and has a nice tackle right there. So we've got a media timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Just underway here, and that's an interesting media timeout at the 14-minute mark here in the fourth, but as long as it's Abilene going on offense, that's fine with me. 49-42, 14-19 remaining in the ball game. You're listening to Venom football on the car.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mr. Daddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy the all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy game room where you could win a new iPad.
Yeah, they're doing a long one.
You can eat for unbeatable prices with our fantastic daily specials. Come any day of the week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day is a Gaddy's Day.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Sold it to me. Sold it to me. Sold it to me. She's cute, but she's a beauty. Sold it to me. Sold it to me. He paid me a lot of money, had a lot for me to choose. If he stopped in, you'd be paying him.
10 seconds.
Sold it to me. Sold it to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
How about the Amarillo Venom 49-42? And I'm sort of updating our Facebook page as we go. Check that out, facebook.com/Amarillo Venom. The guy has 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown tonight. 2. I wouldn't ever kick it off to him. All right, so here we go. Back to action here in the final Old World Construction fourth quarter here as Abilene has it 1st and 10, balls on their own 11-yard line. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. Coles looking. He's still under pressure, looking, throws, and a nice job by the Venom defense. And Coach Danny Snyder has something that he likes. He sees something he likes, and he's got the defenders really adjusted here in the second half of play, and we've been much better on defense. 14-minute mark here in the fourth quarter, 49-42, the Venom lead. Great ball game here on Memorial Day tonight, and a big shout out to all those veterans and active military people there. Boy, thank you for what you do, and thank you for the sacrifice you made so we can enjoy things like Monday night football. Motion man coming for Abilene. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Coles has all day this time. Now he decides to run, and now it breaks down for him. He's still on his feet, and he throws it, and that's got to be it's got to be something. I don't know what it's got to be because I'm looking down there. Nate Davis absolutely just decapitated him. I mean, Coles was sitting there. He was in the grass. He throws it about 14 rows up in the bleachers. I'm trying to say it's got to be grounding. It's not going to be. And right as he's going down, I mean, Nate puts the peanut butter on the bread and then adds some jelly right there, Jason. And my buddy Jason Adams up here with me tonight. Former Clyde Bulldog. Jason's up here, and he's an old kid I used to coach back in the day. It's good to see him all grown up. He's become a good man. So here we go. Big third down now. 3rd and 10. Ball's on the 11-yard line. Reese, the motion man. He's a twin receiver. Coles. And it's picked off by Nate Davis. Davis has come up with an interception. The quarterback has an interception of his own now. And I love it. I love that now he's playing the guitar for the crowd. And Alex Watson gives him a big high five, and how about that? You got to like a guy that can be just a total freak of a football player and come up with huge plays. He plays quarterback, and now he comes out of his linebacker position and has one heck of an interception. And the Venom are now in business, 49-42. The crowd hates him because he played the guitar right in front of them. 49-42, 12:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Venom need points here. Nothing silly. Don't press too hard. Get some points on the board. I used the word freak just then, Jason. That's awesome. My new favorite freak is Nate Davis as he has a quick pass out to Raymond Johnson Jr. inside the 10, down to the 5 on his feet. 3, 2, 1. Fangs up, touchdown. Go start the band as penalty flags are flying, but it doesn't matter. Raymond Johnson Jr. is going to have a 15-yard touchdown reception from Nate Davis. Davis is just talking to the crowd, and he's got to go on. He high-fiving everybody. Raymond Johnson Jr. is going to have a touchdown. We're going to see what the call is going to be after they sort it all out, as the Venom are going to extend their lead here, and we're going to see what the penalty flags are. We'll get it all sorted out, but the Venom should have a 55-42 lead after this, and we're going to see. It's going to be on Abilene. The Venom are going to decline it. Davis, he hadn't stopped talking yet. Jason Cunningham from Amarillo Tascosa High School is waiting for the kick, and Davis finally made his way back over there to hold Tim O'Neill, but these are still huge points. This will make it a 14-point Venom ball game. Here comes the snap. It's down, the hold, and it's drilled. 56-42, Fangs up, Venom Nation, as it's the fourth quarter, 12-13 remaining. My new freak is Nate Davis, and he had a freaky play then. Touchdown to Raymond Johnson Jr. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Venom Football on the car.
The Silver Oak Apartment Complex, located at 1710 Southeast 34th. In the new Tradewinds Estate Developments, the apartment complex features 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Featured amenities range from a sparkling pool, 24/7 fitness center, to high-speed internet, a playground, and a basketball court. Also, Silver Oak Apartments is part of the REAP program, where 20% of each month's rent can be applied toward the purchase of a new home. Silver Oak Lies, an official sponsor, 3, Amarillo Venom indoor football team. 1, 0.
Man, a defensive stop right here with the 56-42 lead for the Venom would be huge. Last time out, the Amarillo Venom defense came up with the interception. The time before that, the Amarillo Venom defense came out and held Abilene to a field goal. The drive before that, the Amarillo Venom defense held Amarillo to a field goal, or held Abilene to a field goal attempt. That was no good. So how about the defensive effort for the Venom defense here in the second half tonight? They have been all over Abilene as Jason Cunningham sets to kick it off, going left to right on your radio dial there at home in Amarillo, Texas, or wherever you are on the World Wide Web, as Cunningham has his foot in. It's going to bounce to the 10, still rolling around. It's going to be Juan Reese. He's at his 5-yard line, and then he's smothered up, covered, chunked. If you go to Waffle House, it's all that stuff, smothered, covered, chunked, and he gets that by Doug Williams, and Doug helps pick him up along with Stephen Harris. And now the Venom defense, can we get a stop? You're never safe in the indoor football game, ever. And the Venom have extended their lead, but can they hang on here tonight? Nothing silly. 12:03 remaining in the ball game, 56-42, the Amarillo Venom lead. So here we go. The officials are sorting out a sideline infraction. It's going to be on Amarillo. So now we're going to have to just settle down hush our mouths, back up a little bit, and let's win the ball game, and that's going to end up being a 5-yard penalty for us. It wasn't a warning that time, it's a penalty. We just got to catch our composure, settle down, be ready to roll as the Venom now give Abilene a 1st and 5, ball on the 14-yard line. Coles under center, Reese in motion, Coles dropping, pumping, still running for his life now. Penalty flag's coming. Ball goes like a rocket into the bleachers, and that's a Gene Messer ball in the stands. And a penalty flag's coming, and it looks like it's going to be a holding on Abilene, and they'll back them up a little further. Abilene faithful out in force tonight on Memorial Day. You never know on a Monday night game. You know, it's a big camp out weekend. It's a big cookout weekend, and all that stuff like that. So you got to know that it's a big weekend, and a good job to Abilene and their leadership team here. They've really put on a good show tonight and have a nice crowd here and lots. They had something really neat outside. They had one of the vehicles from 9/11 that was one of the first responding fire trucks that actually went to the Twin Towers. Pretty emotional to see that out there as we're at the 11:45 mark here in the fourth quarter. 56-42, the Venom lead. Cole's the quarterback, and Desmond Sanders is going to be the motion man. And they had two men motion at the same time. No call there. Pass going across the middle and then knocked away at the last second. And how about Stephen Smith? And the Venom fans, the few that are here, are making some noise. And the Abilene fans I don't think they like us too much. And a nice job that time on defense by the Venom. Tipping away the pass at the last second was Stephen Harris. I said Stephen Smith. Stephen Harris came out, tipped it away right at the last second. He's joined with Kevin Brown and David Irizarry. And those three have done a pretty good job tonight, especially here in the second half, trying to get Coles, who's done a good job, out of Kutztown University. And we're going to have penalty flags, and everything goes everywhere, and we're going to see what the call is going to be here. And it looks like it's probably going to be on Abilene, and they're going to sort it out. And the Venom, as it's 2nd down and 12, and they're going to back them up. Now it's going to be about 2nd down, and we're going to call it, Jason, that looks like 16 yards to me, even if we are from Clyde, Texas. 16 yards. So 2nd and 16 for Abilene. Ball way back inside their own 4-yard line here as the clock still runs. 10:46. Never safe in the arena game. It just takes 10 seconds to score in this ball game. So your lead is never big enough. 56-42, the Venom lead, but no lead is safe. It's Coles. Has the snap. He stands his own end zone. Fires across, and he finds a wide open receiver, and he's going to be tripped up. Kevin Brown just barely missed. I said wide open. Pretty good coverage that time by Brown. He reached out to try to tip it away at the last second, and he just missed. David Irizarry comes up with the tackle, but that's going to be a 1st down for Abilene. Nice job to Coles. He threaded the needle that time. Pass complete to Desmond Sanders, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Abilene. Ball spotted at their own 24-yard line. Coles under center, dropping, looking. Pressure coming by Anthony Clark. Ball's tipped away and almost intercepted. Stephen Harris made a heck of a play that time, gets the ball tipped up. Kevin Brown almost comes up with the interception, but the pressure all started up front with Anthony Clark. And you talked about a freak earlier. That guy's a freak show. If you haven't seen Anthony Clark in person, first off, the guy goes about 6'6", 235 pounds, and there is not an inch of fat on his body. And he's a true freak show of a player, and he does a good job for the Venom. We're going to see how many times we can use the word freak tonight, Jason. 2nd down. Nice little play that time, little quick screen to Abilene, and it is snuffed out by Stephen Harris. And I tell you what, this guy right here, he's been a ball player tonight for the Venom. He has come up with some big plays, and his presence already being felt as we got an injured Venom player on the field, and I'm trying to see who that is. And it looks like as Kelly and Brooke, our trainers from Dr. Parker's office, come out, it looks like it could be maybe James Smith. I'm not sure. So we're going to take an injury timeout here. 56-42, the Venom lead. 9:19 remaining in the ball game. We have an injury update. You're listening to Venom Football in the Car.
Hungry for piping hot pizza?
You're
Mr.
clear.
Daddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy the all-you-can-eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy game room where you can win a new iPad. Remember, it's all-you-can-eat for unbeatable prices with our fantastic daily specials. Come any day of the week, even Sunday after church. Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412 Southwestern, where every day.
Take another one, Kenny. He's down still.
Okay.
We're getting him up now. I still can't tell who it is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Still can't tell who the injured Amarillo Venom football player is. He's making his way off the field. Can't see a number yet. Sort of got his helmet on, covered up. 56-42, the Venom lead under the 10-minute mark. And that looks like it's going to be Harris, the big defensive lineman out of A&M Kingsville that came onto the Venom football team. He's in his third week active with us, and it looks like it's going to be a shoulder injury. And Doug Williams comes out to help out Coach Julian Reese, some of the other Venom players, help him get him off the field. But third down coming, and this is another big third and fourth down for Abilene. 9:19 on the clock. The Venom defense has done a great job coming up big in this second half tonight. Can they do it again as they have really put on a show? Twin receivers on the left-hand side, and it's Reese who comes all the way from the right-hand side to the left, and now it's Coles under center, dropping, looking, finds a man wide open. He's going to be all the way down inside the 12-yard line where he's finally tackled by Nate Davis, and a good play on third down from Abilene. And they're now almost inside the Coors Light red zone. Ball's going to be spotted on the 11-yard line where they're going to have a fresh set of downs as we're now under the 9-minute mark. 56-42 on the road in Abilene, Texas on Memorial Day. Big shout-out to all the folks back in Amarillo listening tonight, all our friends there. Thank you for checking out Venom Football on the car. We appreciate your support this year. As Coles is under center, drops, looks, has a pass out, and then he is absolutely blown up by David Irizarry. And, I've used the word, okay, so we've talked about Nate Davis. He's a freak, isn't he, Jason? Jason says yes. Anthony Clark, he's a freak. And then we got one more, David Irizarry. That guy, he just hit him. He's a freak, too. These guys, I like them. I'm glad they're on our team. And some good guys and some good fun guys and some good men that know how to play some football. As now it's second down here for Abilene. Ball's on the 11-yard line. Now under the 8-minute mark as Coles drops, looks, passes, and it goes over the outstretched hands of Juan Reese. Reese had a step on Stephen Harris that time. And now it's going to be third down. Ball goes out of the end zone. That's a Gene Messer ball in the stands worth $1,000 on a newer used Gene Messer car. And good stuff there with those guys at Gene Messer Ford. Big thank you. I talked about it earlier. We got some great sponsors. We appreciate all of them. And they're the guys that make this happen for us. Be able to bring football to Amarillo. We sure appreciate you. Third down coming. Ball's on the 11-yard line. A chance. They'd have to get it inside the 1 for a first down. Sanders in motion. Coles looking, throwing. And David Irizarry comes up with a nice tackle. I mean, as soon as Juan Reese caught the football, Irizarry just snuffed him out. Like an old man to take his Marlboro cigarette and snuff it out. That's exactly what David Irizarry did there, and it's fourth down. And we're going to call it 8 for Abilene. Once again, they can get a first down. The ball would have to get inside the 1-yard line. Clock continues to run. But remember, in the indoor football game, no amount of time is safe. 56-42, the Venom lead. Here on the road in Abilene, if they could sneak out of here with a victory tonight, it would be huge. But it starts right here on this fourth down play. Reese in motion. Coles looking, dropping, looking, under pressure. He's still on his feet, scrambling for his life. Ball's tipped away, and an Amarillo Venom defensive held. Stephen Harris comes up with the breakaway, and give credit to Kel Fisher. Put pressure on the quarterback that time, and now if the Venom defense or Venom offense can come out and get a score here, get points on the board, it would make it a 3-score game, and you would feel a little bit safer as the night goes on. 56-42, 6:30 remaining in the ball game as the Venom offense. And once again, we talked about the boxes here. All the way down on the far side of the end zone is where the boxes are. And they're going to take a media timeout. We're going to take it with them. 56-42. We're going to get a drink of water and catch our breath. It's been a great second half of football for the Venom, but we still have a little ways to go. You're listening to Venom Football on the car.
What a beautiful sunrise.
It's resplendent.
The water's so calm.
Untroubled, unperturbed, some might say reposeful.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Must be this great breakfast we got off McDonald's dollar menu.
Not following you.
Well, I mean premium roast coffee, breakfast burritos, hash browns, everything's awesome and just a buck each.
Oh, so you're feeling kind of smart.
Indubitably.
McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast. The simple joy of being smart. Breakfast at McDonald's, a la carte only.
As a man who's lived a while, I feel obligated to share wisdom. Fellas, don't call cute girls dude. I've heard you do it. And make sure to try McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $4.99 on the extra value menu. Tender.
About 10 seconds.
In numbers that encourage sharing. Maybe with that girl you used to call dude. 20-piece chicken
5,
McNuggets.
4, 3, 2,
Price participation may vary.
0.
56-42, the Amarillo Venom lead here on the road in Abilene tonight. The Abilene Bomber Dancers make their way off the field, and the Amarillo Venom offense, they've sort of danced around here a little bit in the second half, been a little bit more effective, and you got a guy that's really, he's got the brightest shoes down there, is Raymond Johnson Jr., and he's had a heck of a ball game here tonight. 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown, and then 2 other touchdown receptions from Davis. He's located on the right-hand side, and it's a quick pitch out to Shaka Harris. Shaka is going to be snuffed out quick. We missed a couple blocks there, and Shaka's not going to gain a yard, but the clock's going to continue to run, and that's going to be an enemy of Abilene. Still think the Venom need to get points here on the board. Make this a 3-score game, either a field goal or another touchdown here. And the main thing is no turnovers. You get conservative in some of these things. You know, it's that happy medium. Do you go for the throat? Do you try to go for the juggler here and, you risk a turnover? Do you get conservative and somehow they get back into it? And, it's that happy medium to find. The Venom sort of left some points on the board tonight in a couple spots. And now as they come out here on second down, and it's going to be 10. And now Coach Reese is telling Davis, milk that clock. 10 seconds on the play clock. Davis has his guys set. Alex Watson's going to be the motion man on the far left side with trip receivers. Davis looking, dropping, still looking, has time, steps up in the pocket, throws, finds Alex Watson, and a penalty flag comes in, and it came out of nowhere, and it's going to be interesting to see what this call is. Alex was wide open on about the 22-yard line. The defender for Abilene was all the way down to about the 10, and I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. Where we go. Penalty's going to go against Abilene on the legal shield flag on the play, holding on Abilene. It's going to give Amarillo a first down. So a Ryan O'Neal first down for the Venom. Is going to move the ball all the way out to their 19-yard line, give them a little breathing room. And Eric Waltz, big old Marcus Rowe, Big Mac McGill, those guys down there on that offensive line have done a nice job tonight. Struggled a little bit early. Abilene, give them credit where credit's due. Sort of a lot of pressure, and then sort of the gas ran out for them. And the Venom here having a chance with 5:18 remaining in the ball game to try to extend their lead. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. We're going to have a timeout on the Venom. Coach Reese didn't see what they want. And once again, that's been disturbing. That's the 5th time tonight we've had to call a timeout because we hadn't been set up right. But we're going to set up better here. We're going to take a quick timeout. 5:13 remaining in the ball game. 56-42. Thanks up, Venom fans. You're listening to Venom Football in the car.
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mr. Gaddy.
You're clear. How long?
Pizza and the best game room. Come enjoy
we'll start with the 30.
Made to order pizza, pasta, and a fresh salad bar 7 days a week. Or live it up in the Gaddy game room where you can win a new iPad. Remember, it's all you can eat for unbeatable prices with
About 10 seconds.
Daily specials. Come any day of the week. Even
I do one more. If you got a short one.
Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, 4412.
Nah, don't. I'm ready.
Every day is a Gaddy day.
1-0.
56-42. I'm killing my guy Kenny back in the studio. Kenny the Gun's the guy that makes everything happen there at Cumulus Media there. I mean, the guy is unbelievable. And I'm telling him, I want a 30-second. No, I don't. Give me a minute. Give me that. I'm ready. And then he makes it happen every time. Makes me look good. So big thanks to my friend Kenny there. And it's been fun. We talk about dancing. I mean, it's just like you're dancing with somebody, but you may hear me, but that's the guy that makes it all work. So thanks, Kenny. Happy Memorial Day to you. 56-42, the Venom lead. And it's first down, and, we're going to call it 10 because it's first and 10, Jason. My buddy Jason Adams up here with me tonight as the Venom come out on offense, and Doug Williams alongside Alex Watson as Doug now goes all the way from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And Watson's going to be your lone motion man. Davis under center, looking, dropping, heavy pressure coming. Ball's on the ground, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass as he got hit. And Abilene brought more guys than you probably can bring just then. And it's going to be second down for the Venom. The one thing about the arena game, the clock continues to run on incomplete passes. And we had a blown pickup just then. Tim O'Neill is fired up, and he is hot. As now it's going to be second down for the Venom. 4:40 remaining in the ballgame, 56-42. We talked about it earlier. Can't let up right here. You need points. You need to have something, and nothing silly. You don't want to have a turnover that could allow Abilene just to get back in this game, because we've seen it before. Whether it was a San Angelo last week or was it, Laredo a couple weeks ago, as Amarillo's going to get a free play here as a quick pass out to Doug Williams. And he's going to have a completion for a gain of 5, but that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Abilene, and it's going to bring up what'll be second down and 5 for the Venom. Once again, 4:18, the clock will start again after the penalty. And Eric Waltz, this is never a good sign. Your center comes out, and his helmet's malfunctioned. Coach Reese just grabbed him and said, "You're not going anywhere. Get back in the ball game." So Waltz is back in the ball game. I'm not sure what he's got in there. And I see Marcus Rowe being waved in, and Waltz is going to have to leave for a play. And this is going to be interesting to see, because now Tim O'Neill will go to center. And, we talk about just opportunities and breaks and things like that. Different center quarterback exchange can always be tough. And our center just had to go out of the ball game with something wrong with his helmet. The officials sent him out. And now you've got Tim O'Neill, who's normally your fullback, in at center. Now, here's the good news. Last year in a game on the road against Odessa, Tim O'Neill came into the ball game after an injury to Eric Waltz, his old teammate at OPSU, and finished out the game at center. Now, one thing about Tim, he goes about 220. I mean, he's a tough guy. The guy across from him is Jermaine Blakely, one of the largest players in the league, who goes 340 pounds. So a little bit of a mismatch. And that's why we love Tim O'Neill. Let's make sure we get the snap here. Twin receivers on the left-hand side. Clock under 4 minutes. 56-42. Venom lead. Raymond Johnson Jr. And Tim, what a great job by Tim O'Neill. Davis has all day. Finds Doug Williams, and it's going to be a gain of, we're going to call it 8. And it's going to be past midfield. It's going to bring up second down. And how about Tim O'Neill? Comes in at center and just whipped Jermaine Blakely. And you talk about freaks. We've used it a bunch tonight, Jason. Jason said I've used it 4 times. That's the 5th time. How about that, Tim O'Neill? You got to like a guy that can come in and play any position, and Tim O'Neill can. He's going to be back at center this play. Under 3:20, 56-42. Venom hanging on here in Abilene. It's going to be second down and about 2 yards. Shaka Harris in the backfield. Look for maybe a quick pitch out to him right here on second down. Davis lines him up. Blakely points. And it's a quick handoff to Doug Williams. Helmets come off flying everywhere. Williams is going to be close to the first down. At first, I thought the football came out. A helmet came out. It was off of Wally Mumman, and it shot out about 10 yards. You talk about flying off. And Davis walks over and gives him a big old pat. We're going to have a penalty flag. We'll see who it's on. But once again, the clock continues to be a factor. They're going to call holding on the Venom. And now Waltz comes back into the ballgame. Be a 10-yard penalty on the Venom, which is a huge penalty right there because the Venom were at 2nd and 1. How far are we going to mark? And now they back it up all the way. It ends up being about a 12-yard penalty. So now instead of 2nd and 1, we're going to call it second down and 12 for the Venom. Ball goes back past midfield under the 3-minute mark. Clock continues to run. The Venom had drained over 3 minutes on this drive. Once again, you don't want to be too conservative. A touchdown here, and you can go pack the bus. Davis dropping, looking, firing, finds Raymond Johnson Jr. He has a step on a man, and he's going to be out to the 15-yard line, and depending on the spot, might have a Ryan O'Neill first down. And it looks like they do. First down. That's a Ryan O'Neal first down on 2nd and 12. A pass from Nate Davis to Raymond Johnson Jr., who's been the flash tonight. He's been a little bit of everything. And the biggest thing he's been is on special teams. 2 kickoff returns, 4 touchdowns tonight. 2:06 remaining in the ball game. 56-42. The Venom have been masterful on this last drive. 14-point lead on the road. Under the 2-minute mark. Davis milking every bit of that clock. Abilene's going to get it to stop at the 1-minute mark. Alex Watson's going to be your motion man. Davis under center. Looking, dropping, has time, pump fakes, looks, comes back to his left, finds Raymond Johnson Jr. open inside the Coors Light red zone down to the 7-yard line. Davis tells everybody he started to go in a hurry, and now he says slow down. And that could be the final play until the 1-minute warning. They haven't set the play clock yet, and it should be. We can milk it all the way down to the 1-minute warning, and that's what Coach Reese and the Amarillo Venom will do. They make their way over to the head snake, Julian Reese, and you've got to give credit to the Venom defense. The Abilene crowd is starting to file out here, and we're going to take a timeout. We're at the 1-minute mark, 56-42, a minute remaining here on Memorial Day football, Monday Night Football in Abilene, Texas. You've listened to every second of it on the car.
Honey, since we've been working out at the gym, I'm really starting to feel better about myself. I have more energy, and I'm really starting to see a difference in how I look. I'm actually getting excited to get back into my swimsuit this summer.
Well, I'm ready for you to get back into your swimsuit, too. Hey, I bet I can get back into my old Speedo.
What happened?
I wouldn't go that far.
Join Gold's Gym now and get ready to get back into your swimsuit. And offers Amarillo's premier ladies roller skate. Over 70 group exercise classes per week. And childcare is available. 2 gyms for the price of 1.
20 seconds.
9 for contract. Pay no enrollment fees or annual fees. And as little as $9.99 per month. Join now and get the rest of the month for free at goldsgym.com/AmarilloTX.
10 seconds.
Thanks.
I'm glad we finally got in our flow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
56-42, the Amarillo Venom lead here at the 1-minute mark. And actually, Abilene called timeout then to prevent Amarillo from running it down to the 1-minute mark. So 1:13 remaining on the play clock here as the Venom are 2nd down and 2 inside the Coors Light red zone on the 7-yard line. Trip receivers on the left-hand side. Alex Watson goes all the way from the left now to the right. Davis under center. He's got the snap, quick pass, and it was intercepted. And we just got through saying it. You don't want anything silly to happen, and let's see what the call's going to be. I think the ball just then was intercepted and then stripped by Tim O'Neal to get the ball back. And I am totally confused. It's the 1-minute mark. They'll sort it out. We're going to stay with it here. Venom fans, we're going to be back in Amarillo next week, June 1st. Huge game. If the Venom can hang on here, it'll be a battle of first-place teams. The Venom can finish this one out tonight. I know it's dangerous to say that. But Laredo, the Rattlesnakes, will come to town, and Laredo is a team that we really have been impressed with. You know, if you came to our first game at home against Laredo, we came roaring back from 17 points down and ended up winning the ball game with 6 seconds left. Then we go down to Laredo, and we had a 21-point lead. We were on cruise control. Everything looked good. And then Laredo came storming back and scored with 6 seconds left to defeat us on the road. So we've split with those teams this year. Laredo has 2 losses. Our losses are to San Angelo and then to Laredo. Theirs is to us and to this Abilene team. So 3rd and 1 when we get back to action. But anyway, June 1st in Amarillo Superhero Night. Bring your kids. Dress up as your favorite superhero. Military, active, and retired. Military in for free. First responders in for free. Come out. Get to the ball game. We want to see you there. Special jerseys. Benefiting the Live Wild Project. Just more stuff than I can talk about is going to happen on June 1st. So make sure you're there. 3rd and 1 for the Venom. The ball is spotted on the 6-yard line. They've got to get just about to the 5 to get the first down. Anthony Clark, the motion man. And he's going to get the handoff. It's a fake from Davis, who's now scrambling for his life. Throws it in the end zone. It's going to be caught by Doug Williams, who goes in for a touchdown. Davis had somebody on his ankles. And I'm telling you, throws it at the last second. over the outstretched arms of Wally Mumman, who now is just high-fiving one of the Venom players, and Doug Williams goes up and gets it. So it's a 6-yard strike from Nate Davis to Doug Williams, and you can put a bow on it. This present's coming home. 62-42, the Venom lead. And the defense in the second half has been masterful. Hats off to Danny Snyder and that defensive crew, because they have put together a clinic in the second half. Snap from Tim O'Neill, held by Nate Davis, and the kick by Jason Cunningham's good. 63-42, the Venom lead here with 52 seconds left. We'll take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll wrap it up. Venom football on the card.
Martin Citrus Pharmacy wants to help you get your days back. Tired of the hassle of having to fill your med box once or even twice a week? We want to help you save time with our new program, the Pack Med. Our newest machine allows you to spend more time on you and less time organizing your medicines. We will work with you and your doctor to package your medications with clear, concise, personalized information and individualized instructions right on the packet. We can even include our over-the-counter items such as multivitamins, fish oils, vitamin D, calcium, and more. Take advantage of our free first month trial. If for any reason you do not absolutely love having more free time and less hassle, just let our staff know and we can stop your PackMed program. Please call Martin Citrus Pharmacy at 806-373-2812 or drop by to see us at 1501 South Tyler Street, close to First Baptist Church and Hope Street United Methodist Church and across Amarillo College downtown campus.
63-42, the Amarillo Venom are in the lead here with just under a minute's play, 52 seconds remaining here in the ball game. And it's been all Venom the second half tonight. The defense has really been the key. And once again, give credit where credit's due. Head coach Julian Reese, he takes that offense, but Daniel Snyder takes the defense and doing a nice job of that. With that, is the Venom sort of do a little bluff onside kick there, and you knew better than that. Jason Cunningham backs up, sort of shakes his head. It's good to see Cunningham back after the big scare in the first half. And he's set to kick off, going left to right on your radio dial with 52 seconds of football remaining. Drills it. Bounces off a player on the front row. Ball is, big hit that time by Dante Bright. And I'm telling you, there were bodies flying. There's maybe 50 seconds left. These guys are flying around. And that was number 8, Jeremiah Turner. And Dante Bright put a shoulder in him. And Turner's a big guy. He goes 6'3", 240 from Concordia. And he's going to end up getting him a kickoff return all the way down to the Venom 16-yard line. And that was a shot by Dante Bright. So the Venom look to go 6-2 on the season, 8 games in, 4 games remaining. 2 of those against Laredo. Those matchups are going to be key as we talk about playoff seeding as the playoffs of the Lone Star Football League. This Abilene team's a team we're going to see. I think that's probably who we're going to see in the playoffs, and they're dangerous. It's Coles dropping, looking, firing, throwing. It's incomplete. 41 seconds remaining in the ball game. Under a minute, the clock will start. Coverage that time by Kevin Brown. Or under a minute, the clock will stop. Excuse me. So the Venom, 63-42 with the lead here late in the fourth quarter. Big thank you to all our sponsors out there. Street Toyota, G. Messer Ford, our friends at Ryan O'Neill, Bobby Doobie, those guys, all of them with their vehicle sponsors do a great job. We just appreciate those guys. Legal Shield, you guys are fantastic. We appreciate you. Goodies Popcorn, so many, many, many more. We appreciate his. Coles is dropping, looking. He's going to be sacked by Anthony Clark. All the way back to the 24-yard line as Clark's going to get a sack, and the clock is going to continue to run. Anthony Clark comes up with his second sack on the night, and Abilene's going to call timeout. And all that's going to do is just extend this ball game another 30 seconds. As the Venom are well in control now, 63-42. Big Memorial Day, thank you. Just you guys and gals out there that make our freedoms happen. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything and the sacrifice not only you, but your families make and the ones you leave behind. Just a big thank you. Nobody can say thank you enough. I know we talk about our vets a lot. I just don't know how you can say thank you enough to somebody who gives that ultimate sacrifice. And, Guy, we just appreciate you. 63-42. Remember, Venom back in Amarillo next Saturday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. It's a show. If you haven't been to a Venom game, you need to get your tail out there and enjoy the show. I was talking to my friend Les Simpson of the Amarillo Globe News. He described it as it's sensory overload. And we want you to come out and have a good time. Family environment. It's a safe place to bring your kids. It's a safe environment to bring your kids. And then come down on the field afterwards and get to meet the players, things like that. Remember, we're going to have the jersey auction following the ball game. Goes to the Live Wild Project, which takes people by nomination on outdoor adventures, outdoor trips. outdoor opportunities that may not normally be able to do that. So come out and do that. 29 ticks remaining in the ballgame. 63-42. Venom lead. Coles under center. Juan Reese. And he's going to be offsides, and it's going to be a penalty on Abilene. And the crowd here in Abilene's just about give it up. And Reese is going to be called on the false start. Juan Reese, he was the motion man that time, just a little too far ahead before the snap came and didn't quite get there. So now it's still 63-42, 29 seconds remaining on the clock. We'll see if the clock starts following this, and it won't, just the play clock. So Coles is going to be under center again. Same play coming. Juan Reese under center. Coles dropping, looking, throwing. Quick out outside, and the ball's dropped, and that's about how it's gone. And we'll see what the call is here because it should be incomplete. It was intended that time for, it looks like number 12, Rob Spells. The ball hit Spells in the hand and then went up into the crowd. Spells sort of grabs it from a guy, and it's going to be incomplete. It's the right call on the field. So now 4th down for Abilene, and there's 20 seconds remaining. And now the key is if the Venom get the ball back, they got to kill 20 seconds, and it's not easy to do that. You have to have positive plays or an attempted play. You just can't just flop on it here in the arena game. So the motion man's going to be Spells again as he comes all the way back from about the 5-yard line. Cole's looking, clock's running, fade up top, and it's going to be a touchdown. Probably should have been pass interference called on Spells as he took Stephen Harris and grabbed him and threw him to the ground. It's not going to matter much because it's a 63-42 lead. Now the clock should run on the kick. It probably won't, but it should, and that should be the end of the ball game. But that's not how it's going to end. The Venom, it's now 63-48, and that one is tough because the Venom defense played so well here in the final half of play. I mean, just almost flawless. As Martinez makes his way out to attempt the extra point, Jermaine Blakely also coming out. A couple others making their way out on the field, too. Anthony Clark's in there for the Venom now trying to get a block on this. As we'll see, I bet there's not much pushing and shoving going on in this final attempt with 12 seconds remaining. 63-42. Martinez kick, I say it's blocked, and then recovered by James Smith. He's still on his feet, and he flips the ball back. Don't get anybody hurt. Daniel Snyder jumps over the wall. The ball's still going, and finally tackled. And the clock didn't start. It should have. And it should be the ball game. The clock should have ran. And that's what Coach Reese is pointing out. The clock shouldn't have ran. It didn't run before halftime. It should. And that's a rule that I think will address, I don't want a game to end like that. Because Abilene could be able to have an onside kick opportunity. It's not going to end, but the clock should run on the extra points. And Coach Reese is telling him, I'm going to show you in the book that it says that. And we've seen that come up several times this year. And a couple times it's helped us, a couple times it's hurt us. That's why we're aware of it in Amarillo, as it's a 63-48 ball game. Just a few ticks left, 12. As Coach Reese explains it to the White Hat, and it's not going to happen, but Abilene's going to get a chance to kick it off. And they will do that going right to left in the radio dial. We're going to stay with it. We're just about to wrap this thing up here in Abilene, Texas. I want to say a big special thank you to Jason Adams. Came up top with me tonight. It's our spotter up here. He did a good job. Jason's an old Clyde Bulldog. I've talked about him a lot, but it's always good to see your old kids that you coached. And Jason, he's always on the sidelines with me when I was coaching in Clyde, Texas, and he did a good job. He's grown up now. How old are you, Jason? 28 years old, so that makes me pretty old, Jason. He said, oh, yeah. 63-48. Here comes Martinez with the kick, and it's going to go to looks like Tim O'Neill is going to finally come up with it. The clock's down to 7 seconds, so the Venom are going to have one more play and get out of Abilene with a W tonight and now be in first place in the Lone Star Football League, tied solely with Laredo. It's Laredo and Amarillo. Could you be any further apart, the two towns? And each of them are going to make one more trip to each other's place before this regular season wraps up. And so we'll see what the play is here. 63-48. Venom trying to put a final bow on this present and bring it home to Amarillo. 7 seconds remaining here in the ball game. We're going to come home tonight. We got to drive, baby. It's going to be a road 9:19. I'm going to be home late, Jason. So here we go. Final play of the ball game coming. Davis under center. Looking at Raymond Johnson Jr. Quick pitch out to Tim O'Neill. Tim still on his feet, and he's going to go down. He's still not down. Oh, that'll be the final play of the ball game as he goes all the way down to the 5-yard line. Final penalty flag is going to fly. A little pushing and shoving, and it's not going to matter as Jarvis of Abilene gets up limping. I don't know. I hope that's a cramp. And it'll be a penalty on, I don't know. They're going to call a penalty, but that looks like it's going to be it. Oh, man, and you hate to see a player get hurt on a final play like that because the clock should have ran during the extra point. It should have been over, and it looks like it's just a cramp. Thank goodness. That's what you hate, a meaningless play to end up hurting somebody. As both teams come to the middle of the field, and this one's over. 63-48, the Amarillo Venom have put a W in the win column tonight here in Abilene, Texas on Monday Night Football. We're going to wrap it up here in Abilene. When you come back, listen to the Amarillo Venom football. Things up, Venom Nation, on the car.
Travel Lodge. Find adventure deep in the heart of Texas.
Okay, hang on once. I'm going to take a picture. You there, Kenny?
Hotel is just minutes away from Rick Husband Amarillo International Airport and puts the best of the Wild West at your doorstep. Get going each morning with a free hot breakfast. Use the free Wi-Fi internet access to plan your day. If you want to relax, go for a swim in the outdoor pool or stretch out in your spacious hotel room. Non-smoking rooms available. And our front desk staff is here to assist you 24 hours a day. Kids 17 and under stay free with an adult, and rates start as low as $39.99. Travel Lodge Amarillo West Hotel. Call today, 353-3541. Travel Lodge is the official host of your
Thank you, sir.
Amarillo
Appreciate it.
I found a car I love, so I went ahead and bought it. Ever since I did, people ask me where I got it. Pop it to me, sold it to me. Pop it to me,
Kenny.
sold it to me. She's cute, but she's a beauty. Pop it to me, sold it to me.
Kenny, I need like 20 more seconds.
10 seconds. You want more? You want another one?
Hungry for piping hot pizza? Mr. Gaddy's is the place for pizza and the best game room in town. Come enjoy all you can eat buffet with made-to-order pizza, pasta.
How much longer?
I'm good.
7 days a week.
15 seconds.
I won't be long here.
You could win a new
Oh, that's okay. I'm all right. I'm here till midnight.
I got to go home, man.
No, I've been here since 11:30.
Woo. I got to drive home, man.
So do I, but it's only 2 miles.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny.
2, 1, 0.
63-48, the final here in Abilene on Memorial Day. A great win for the Amarillo Venom, even though at times it was a little sloppy. Give credit to the Amarillo Venom defense coming up big in the second half. Several stops back to back to back. They had 3 possessions in a row that they held Abilene to only a field goal, and that's, quite frankly, the difference in the ball game, 63-48. On the road in Abilene tonight, some final stats. Once again, when you know our final 63-48, the late touchdown for Abilene sort of made it look a little different than it was. But Nate Davis finishes with 5 touchdowns on the night, 169 yards. Andre Coles, he got to impress me. Really only had 1 mistake, and that was the interception to Nate Davis. But threw for 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, and did a nice job tonight. The guy you got to really talk about, though, Raymond Johnson Jr. He had 7 receptions for 80 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. But most importantly, he had another 2 touchdowns on kickoff returns, and that's been the difference tonight. It was the difference in the ball game. That's the 14 points right there that you really take, and that separated it. So sort of your MVP of the night is Raymond Johnson Jr., the Flash. He can go. Once again, when you have 5 kick returns for 152 yards, you know the guy's putting some yardage out there, and that's, once again, Raymond Johnson Jr. So a big game tonight for the Amarillo Venom, and then sets up a huge game next week at home. And I say next week, it's this week now. This is going to be a strange work week because we won't get back until early morning hours, which is already Tuesday, and probably have a film and sort of ice day, and then you're already to Wednesday. So it's tough to, check on your guys, get everybody healed up, get everybody ready to roll, and then be ready to play on Saturday night versus a team that is just pretty dang good in Laredo, who's tied now for the Venom. First place, 6-2 in the league, and both teams come to town. A lot of action next week. You're not going to want to miss it, and just got to be there. Isn't that right, Jason? So big thanks to everybody, Venom fans. Get those fangs up. Make sure you go check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/Amarillo Venom, or go to our website, govenom.com, for ticket information. All kinds of good stuff. And you can find out more about your favorite football team in Amarillo. It's the Amarillo Venom. One more time, the final score here in Abilene, Texas tonight, 63-48. The Venom pull out a win on the road. They move to 6-2 on the season and tie for first place with Laredo. Big game coming up against Laredo for sole possession on Saturday night. Toby Tucker with the call. Big thanks to my man Kenny back in the station. Jason Adams up here spotting. Hope you have a great, safe work week. Get those fangs up, Venom Nation, and keep listening to the car.
Okay, Toby, you're clear.
Kenny, thank you.
All right, I appreciate it. Have a safe trip back. We'll see you this week.
All right, brother. Thanks.
All right, thanks.